Ladies and gents, welcome back. It's episode 50. The couches are full.
Oh, century, man.
Here we are. Raise the bat a bit. We've got the casuals. We've got the intellects. we got a divided two. But finally got all four of us on together again. So well done to us with our time schedules where we're going. Quite a weekend for the Premier League. Bit different in the FA Cup, but a great weekend nonetheless. he's been big on it since the start. 50th episode though, a little bit more of a fun, so a bit more relaxed. Obviously go over the 4 games from the weekend, but we've got some lists. An all-time Premier League 11 I've held on till now. We'll get the all-time Premier League 11 done. Also the true or false. We've got the paddles back. We'll do the true falses again. And we might try one of these wavelength games if all goes well. But as we always do, on the weekend, anyone else pick anything up and what we learned or anything like that, other than for Man United being back.
Well, looking at Tottenham,
yeah,
just specifically, they're like, probably the door was like shut and they've opened it slightly, which is a bit concerning, I'd say, for Ange. Like,
yeah, it's worrying.
He was probably favourite to finish top 4, and now like he's opened the door to drop as far down as 6, which is concerning. But apart from that, pretty quite weak.
Yeah, what's the gap? 6 points between
6 points now with equal games. Equal games and 6 points. 10 games to go. It's not likely, but
no, it's not likely.
Now.
But 9 points is a lot different to 6.
Yeah.
10 games also, like, I feel like we're obviously in the backstretch, but 10 games is actually a lot.
Still a lot of games.
30 points up for grabs. That's like
especially
1/3
with
of how many, I mean, like 1/3 of what the points required to win the league, mate.
If
you win every game, you're probably going to win the league. So,
yeah.
And the same applies with, top 4, like 6 points in the top 4 race when you guys have like fixture congestion, and I know Spurs don't really have much now, but you've obviously got FA Cup games and like, I don't know, just this time of year when players start getting fatigued and stuff, it's a lot. There's so much like up for grabs, so much to play for.
Yeah, yourself.
No, not really.
No.
I mean, quite disappointing, to be honest. My weekend.
Just a tough weekend.
Established Klopp is the biggest crybaby of all time.
Yep.
Like, once again, just shows his true colours, man. When it goes against him, he's resisting the support, but like, swear to God, man.
No, I just didn't see the whole thing with the reporter. If I would have seen it,
every coach does it.
Yeah, like Ange did it on the weekend to the reporter. Do you know what I mean?
No, but like,
no, it's not the same. I know.
Serial offender of like severe moaning when it doesn't go his way, right? And I don't know,
just 10 ag masterclass.
Good riddance in my book. But yeah. No.
Yeah, I was probably saying with you, Tosh, because West Ham actually got a point of Villa as well, which I never thought they'd do either.
Well, they were sort of robbed of like.
Villa came through like
not robbed, but
feel hard done by a bit.
Yeah.
Because Villa have got they got Conference League as well. United at FA Cup. Tottenham don't have much, but they feel like they're running out of legs a little bit. So United's doors, it might be a great end of the season with maybe a final and a top 4, because I don't think we're going to win it. But you never know. You never know if City get knocked out somehow. But let's jump into the games of the weekend. Firstly, the relegation 6-pointer. Ended up nothing happening then. Luton 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Luton
late equaliser.
Yeah, but Luton's chance again to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
I think we all want them to stay up, but they haven't quite capitalised.
But actually, is because I think that was their first, or they had one win in their last.
It's been
7
rough,
or something.
yeah. But they've drawn to Palace, they've drawn to Nottingham Forest.
So weird, man. Like they feel like they've been, they've taken the best teams like toe to toe all season.
Yeah,
and yet like one result in like 7 games. And they were on the back foot most of that game against Forest. Like they were lucky not to lose, to be honest.
They've been in every game, haven't they? They've been in every game, haven't they?
They've been in it.
Which is why it feels like they're doing, like, we're giving them so much credit.
Yeah.
Despite them, how many points they've dropped from winning positions,
We've got
which is mental.
Luton 2, 1-1 draw at Forest, 4-3 loss to Bournemouth, which, by the way, what a game that one was. That got hidden by all the Champions League drama. Then you got the 1-1 draw to Palace again, a late equaliser, but again, to Palace, you'd hope you take 3 points there. 3-2 loss to Luton. Yep. And obviously United.
3-2 loss to Luton.
To Aston Villa, sorry. And then United 2 games before that, 2-1 loss, where it was all done in the first minute, basically. So, and they've lost to Sheffield United.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
That's like when they lost to Sheffield.
They've drawn to
14 points.
They've drawn to Burnley and lost to Burnley. Like, it's so strange.
But they're so good.
They're so good. They're good, but they'll be kicking themselves if they go down because they could have easily had another 4 or 5 points.
I'd say more.
Yeah.
I think across the whole season, probably, I think 10 to 12. Easy.
We think that Liverpool,
Like Bournemouth,
Arsenal,
that should be 3 points. Liverpool, that probably should be 3 points.
Yeah.
I'm looking at, Man City, they were leading.
Bournemouth,
Arsenal, they were leading.
Unquestionable should have been 3
Oh,
points.
100%, yeah.
Got a
Especially
question.
that stage of the season.
Yeah.
Question though, does this not show that their game plan is a plan that very much stacks up against teams who want more of the ball?
Yeah. 100%.
Go hard.
100%, yeah.
So
100%.
like when they can sit back and basically just sit in their own box and counter against, that's why they've like done well against the Liverpools and the Cities and the Uniteds and all the top end teams because they're able to sit back. But when you got another team like Sheffield or even Burnley now, how they've changed their mantra, sitting a lot deeper, I don't think they're good once they've got the ball and having a little bit of possession.
Yeah.
That's, I think, their biggest problem, which they have to learn to adapt because you still got to take some points, obviously, off those teams around you. It seems like they're taking all their points off the teams quite a bit above them than actually around them. And to stay up, you need the points around you.
Like I think that's a good point. But also the thing is, their defensive like solidity just disappears as well, which I get. Maybe when you sit in, you sort of set in that shape for more often than not. But against these lower teams, you don't expect them to concede some of the goals they concede, and they're a bit weaker. Whereas against the big guys, I know some of them are late on. You probably should fix that up, but they feel like they're really solid defensively. That's the only thing as well. I'm like, where's that come from? Is that a mentality thing? You're not quite switched
Well,
on?
it's probably because like they just like do not prioritize. Like they don't even think about attacking, right? So
Yeah.
there's like it's all about defensive structure. You know, if you win it back, just hoof it long and then reset defensively.
Just lock in, yeah.
And that's why they sort of like despite being in a lot of games with the big teams, how many goals have they scored against the big teams? Like I think us was like a 0-0 into I don't know. They might have scored a few more.
No, it was 4-3 the game.
Yeah, they scored a few.
4-3 against you guys at home.
Scored 1 against City, 1 against us.
1 against you guys.
Villa
They scored
2, I think. 2
They
against Villa.
scored 2 against Villa. They scored 2 against Chelsea, 4 against Brighton.
That's
4
why I think
against
they're better on the
Like,
ball
do
because they
manage
just
to
can't defend.
score. Like
That's the Tots' point. I think your point's right in terms of attacking because they can't create from a low against a low block. But I'm agreeing with that. But I'm worrying, where's this defensive? And I get that part of it as well. But there's just the odd mistake. And like you're right on the weekend, they just weren't at the races. Whereas most weekends they start like energetic at the team. Like you saw against Brighton, they pressed them for minute 1 and they scored 2 goals before Brighton could even take a breath. So I don't know, just a strange one.
That was definitely the
That was
most
slow.
noticeable thing. Is there was nothing about like what Luton had done all year about pressing and going on the front foot.
No.
It was like super slow. And then finally in the last 10 minutes they started putting
put the ball in the box,
switch on a little bit. And they obviously get a late equaliser. So
take that, I guess, because it could have been. That's raps, I think, if they'd lose that.
What's their coach's name again?
Rob Edwards.
Yeah, Rob Edwards. Like he looks like visually, the commentators are saying it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like he looked disappointed, and the whole sort of aura was like a little bit lost because it's just not how they've been playing all year.
100%. What are our thoughts? Do they stay down? Do they go back down, or does Nottingham Forest drop in there? Because that's basically that game for me decided what was going on.
I think they stay up because I think Nottingham's going to get a points deduction.
Without that,
So,
But a fair call to make that call though. With that late in the season, the Prem did that now. Nottingham Forest will be filthy to hand it down the last 10
well, I
games.
just saw a post that they're going to get a points deduction.
Okay.
Maybe.
that would be.
I'd be furious.
But like without the points, I don't think you can trust them
yeah,
as much as an Everton in a way, and maybe even a Brentford because they got a guy like Tony, and they have shown glimpses where they can defend.
yeah,
I mean, just on the basis of like Forest since Nuno has come in,
they've been decent.
they've not been too bad.
Yeah.
Pretty tough fixture run.
That you
Newcastle
guys,
United, Arsenal,
yeah,
Newcastle again, like Villa, Liverpool, and they've managed to get like 7 or 8 points.
Yeah.
I'm like,
in that sort
instead
of
of
space.
0,
Yeah,
it could have easily been the case. So you probably have to back that purely if there's no like points. Anything, they get it done. But
you going Forest stay up?
Yeah, Forest to stay up.
Forest stay up.
Forest out.
I'm gonna be different.
On the basis there's no points to that.
Yeah.
Obviously,
There's a point.
I think the current 3.
So what's the gap
bottom,
between
It's
who's
the
above
Reeves.
Forest?
Everton and Forest are 3 points above.
the bottom 3 at the moment, I think will all
So
go down.
Everton are on 20. See, like
It's very close, but I think Everton, we just back Everton on the final day to get it done.
At Goodison,
rubbish,
yeah, at
like,
Goodison.
The
It's also
Corey
close.
scream.
I still look in my head like that they're on 35.
Yeah,
so
you just take-
they are a much higher quality. Like,
Yeah.
It's been funny though since they got
I know,
the 4
I know.
back. They have not even been that
Yeah.
great.
No, they're not on 35. They're only on 30.
They'll get
got
6
5
points.
back.
oh, yeah, you're not wrong. So
Yeah, so
they
yeah,
got-
yeah.
Wait, how many did they get back?
They got 4
No, I think
back.
They got 4 back.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
get
So
6
they're on
more.
31.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're still right. You sort of look at it that way. But yeah, they haven't been killing the world. But
Yeah.
I said, was it last week? I said, final day of the season, Everton will just somehow win a game out of nothing. They've done the last 2
Must say.
seasons.
They always do.
Dodge like Burnley did 7 weeks before the season
And
started.
just earn a reverse stuff. Yeah, so nullified the relegation race there, unfortunately, that game there. Another relegation candidate, Burnley got their win, 2-1 over Brentford. Regular, thank God. You fielded him in fantasy, didn't you? We were sitting at the pub on Saturday night.
Anthony Robinson on my bench got 11 points. Like,
We were sitting there sorting our teams out. Thank God
that's
I
going to be
benched
the
him.
worst free hit round ever.
Yeah,
I think the average is
basically.
like 8 points.
Yeah, some ridiculous.
God.
But yeah, all fantasy people here, that's me and you.
How funny was that?
Yeah.
Like 7 minutes into the game.
Yeah, straight away.
Regular on red card.
Just
I'm like,
sinking
oi.
feeling. Great go for the weekend.
It was a red card. Yeah, I didn't actually. See
Yeah,
it.
he just shoved him in the back. It was still on goal and just shoved him in the back.
Okay.
Good for Burnley. They're still nowhere being saved, but a Brentford anything to be worried about. As basically, I think they should be fine though, right? With the gap they've got.
What about Burnley and Luton's gap? If Forest get a points deduction, now we're really.
Well,
I haven't thought that.
I think
Just
it's
because
5
Burnley have been
points.
so
I think
bad,
it's
haven't
five-
they?
Yeah, Burnley. I think it's 5.
Burnley are
points.
5 points. Yeah, they're a long way away.
I
They're
know they're a long way
they're
away.
8 points off Forest. If Forest get what, like a
6 points?
6 point
Oh, is that what it
deduction.
Well, Everton got
Well,
6
I mean, look,
technically.
yeah.
If it's enough points to put Forest between Luton, then it means the points gathered gap is 5 points, right? Like, I don't know. Like, could
It
they
depends
do
with
that?
I don't know what their fixtures
Let's
are
have a
like.
look, quick squeeze, because there wasn't much exciting in terms of the game.
Still, they're just not.
Oh no, Burnley suck. But like,
But we were hypotheticals.
we
'cause-
were so big on Burnley, man. I just
No,
can't
it was
believe
my fault. I came on my high horse talking about how they dominated.
Yeah, you did.
They got the
You
highest points
sold me
tally.
in like 30
Yeah, I
seconds.
was
Yeah,
sold.
Like,
yeah.
I was so sold.
I didn't even know.
I literally,
player in their team, to be honest.
I'm
being dead honest. Yeah,
I came
you, like,
through with like
Sanderberg.
10. I came through with 10 names. I don't think any of them have really played. All their championship players have not played this year. It's ridiculous. They've signed players that just have been good, but not good enough.
Too young.
Yeah, they've got Burnley, then Wolves, then Everton,
So wait,
then Brighton.
Luton have Burnley.
No, so this is Burnley. So Burnley got Chelsea, Wolves, Everton away, Brighton, Sheffield United away, United away.
Yeah,
No, Spurs, Newcastle, and Forest. Yeah, no chance.
they're not beating Everton at good.
Can you imagine if it came down to the final day, Burnley and Forest?
There is a few potential 3-pointers there, though. Like I look at all these games against the big clubs and just look at 0, right?
Yeah, Wolves at home. They
It's
can
the
do.
games that are like you have to
Now
look at
that
the games
Neto's out,
can
yeah.
win.
Yeah.
Like they got, you said they have Wolves, Everton, Sheffield, and Forest.
Yeah, Forest on the final day.
Yeah, like
That's like you never know.
I'm telling you, like I don't know who Luton have.
Let me look at what Luton got. And Wolves now without, like you said, without Neto, that team looks like a shadow of itself.
That lost to Coventry. They might be on the beach a little bit
Yeah,
now.
they
as
just
well.
they parked up right. Like it's just Luton got Spurs away, Arsenal away. Wow, and then City. Wow.
Yeah,
Luton
like-
are screwing.
Who
Luton
else
got
is-
Spurs away, Arsenal away, Bournemouth at home, City away, Brentford at home, Wolves away,
Their home games are huge.
Everton at home, West Ham
They actually
away,
got some
Fulham at home.
points.
They have to win.
They probably
what?
got-
How many home games? They
They
got?
have a
4.
much harder fixture run still.
1, 2, 3,
But they
4
have
home
a-
games.
But they have a 5-point gap.
You'd think they'd have to win all their home games.
Yeah,
They want to stay up. Yeah.
I think it could be tighter than we think. Like if Burnley can somehow, if Burnley can kick on a little bit from this result.
Is this based on
We
the
got-
points deduction or no?
No, definitely
Just-
there has to, because otherwise I think Forest out.
Yeah.
If there's no deduction, I think
Yeah.
Forest out. But you said you were pretty like.
Well, I just saw.
from what you
I just
saw-
saw one post or like
Yeah,
a little bit, like a
But
little
I
bit.
hadn't even seen anything yet.
Yeah.
I heard about it a couple of weeks ago. When,
Yeah,
like, the Everton.
well, it'd be
deductions.
harsh to give them a points deduction now.
Now.
Like,
Because they've got Palace at home, Fulham at home, Spurs away, Wolves at home, Everton away, City at home, Sheffield United away, Chelsea home, Burnley
That's
away.
Forest?
That's Forest. Forest are very gettable. They got
got a
Palace
nice
at home.
They got a nice
That's almost 3 points. Fulham at home. Fulham's yo-yo.
Not Forest stay up, but I think the gap between Luton and Burnley could
not
could
be-
be smaller than we expect come the end of the season.
Which will it do justice? Probably not of what we've seen this year, right?
It won't.
Yeah.
But as we said, 10 games is a lot of games.
Yeah. You know. So we're going with those 3 that are there now to go down.
Yep.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. That's the way it is, I guess.
Well, two of them, let's be honest, two of them we don't care about, and Luton were,
It's just a soft spot for like
Burnley a Prem team though. In my head, Burnley are a Premier League team.
maybe under Dyche like 6 years
so
ago.
Leeds and Leicester.
Yeah, well, Leeds are they? By the way, I don't watch any Championship.
So are Sunderland.
they're
Are Leeds and Leicester coming up?
Yeah.
Like a
Well, it's not guaranteed.
Well,
Leeds
Leeds are coming to form. Leicester have just dropped off a cliff.
Yeah.
So they were like 10 points clear like a month ago.
It's very tight.
And how far is it now to third?
Ipswich, I think, 3 points.
Isn't it?
Yeah, 3 points off top. And Ipswich had a stinker run.
Even Southampton are a
Ipswich
couple
did
of points.
lose like one of their key players. Like Brandon Williams went back
Yeah.
to United.
Yeah.
And he was like key in their first 6 months. No, he was.
Bro, Sean is born on it now, like a United loan player. Like,
No,
No, it's true though. No, he was a big player.
No, no, no.
He had like 3 or 4 goals, like from right back.
We'd love to see Ipswich go up though. If Luton go down, I want to see Ipswich up.
Well,
Yeah,
you-
just
they
new
got-
teams.
they got is it McKenna?
McKenna's coach. Yeah,
McKenna's
yeah.
coach.
Who he's had calls from some big teams as well. So I don't know if he stays or not. But
He's a weird one though because I feel like he's another Ollie who like he's
He's an
all
Ollie.
right coach, but one day he's gonna end up at United and it's just
Surely not.
If
Surely
he ca- if
he
he-
just stays at Ipswich.
Yeah.
Like, what team would come
if
knocking?
he gets promoted at the end of the year, does his half decent year, and Ten Hag halfway through next year
Has a
is
stinker.
like has a stinker. Think about it. Like
It'd be
if
so
McKenna
idiotic.
gets, if McKenna gets promoted to Premier League with Ipswich, Ipswich just got promoted to Championship, so straight up to Premier League from from League One. Sorry,
Yeah.
and then he has a half decent year, avoids relegation, and like
Ten
Ten
Hag has
Hag
like a
gets the sack
sixth.
next year.
Yeah. You're not, yeah. I mean, that's just
He was
United, though,
assistant-
isn't it?
He was
It's such a
assistant
United.
at United for 10 years.
yeah, right. I didn't know that. But
Yeah, under Ollie as well.
it would be such a United to do.
Fair.
It would be a very United thing to do.
Fairy tale my ass.
bringing an Ipswich coach. I don't know.
Well,
I know he was the assistant, but nah, I'm not backing that.
Oh no,
We brought in Ole.
we're not backing it, but like
we brought
we're
in
saying it's
Ole
realistic
after
for
getting
United.
relegated with Cardiff.
No, I'm saying it's not, like I don't think that's realistic for United. I just
Isn't
think
it how
label
chaotic
of
it is?
Ipswich. I just don't think it's. I just don't
Well,
think
the
it's
label of getting relegated with Cardiff, like
no, but
Ole was
Gunnar
interim, though.
Solskjaer,
He was
like,
interim,
you
though,
know,
as
Ole,
well.
like bro, it's different. You know, he was the sub merchant.
yeah.
Like,
Stop it.
I know,
That is so,
Ipswich-
that is so disrespectful.
Ipswich was like Ipswich just got promoted from League One, and they're going to get promoted to the Premier League.
yeah, no, he's clearly a good manager. He probably would fit the job, all right. But I don't know if I don't think that's the
back-
type of
it's
Oh,
manager.
no, I'm
step.
saying I wouldn't want him because I feel like he's one of these managers again that's just like a bit like a Vincent Company maybe. That
Too fresh. Doesn't know enough.
they haven't done enough for me to be a big
But
team
if Company
manager.
had a half decent squad, maybe like he would do something with it.
Yeah, but I can't tell you that.
No, I know. But, yeah.
I can't.
Like, I need to see it.
Hypotheticals.
Yeah, like
What's his name? McKenna.
yeah, McKenna.
Kieran McKenna.
Kieran McKenna, man. Was he Scottish?
I think he's English.
Scottish name.
Northern Irish or English.
How did he even get the Ipswich job?
Mate, Carrick got a job.
See,
He
it's
got a job.
like,
Everyone
yeah.
got a job. Every one of the assistants.
How's Carrick going now?
They're middling out.
Average,
Yeah,
isn't it?
He
they're
was doing
middling
well
out.
at one stage.
Yeah, but Middlesbrough.
They love a cup run, though.
Yeah, they
He
do.
loves a cup run.
They
But
went to Chelsea and Carabao Cup. But anyway, this is probably the biggest game. Fulham 3, Spurs 0.
Yeah. Well, I touched
Bottom
on this
job
before.
Spurs.
Like, quite disappointing for Ange and Spurs.
Spurs, like this was the deserved loss. Like Fulham
oh yeah,
took it to them, and
Fulham do have this in the bag, though.
They do- they
Like,
do.
It's Fulham are the most just like yo-yo.
they're a good
team.
side. They just pick and choose.
It's just like, yeah, I mean,
got battered by Wolves last
they're
week.
so yo-yo, it's unbelievable. You know,
But United, what? How many?
They beat
weeks
United
ago?
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then got like a draw, and then they got battered by Wolves,
Fulham-
and then went and battered to Spurs.
Fulham and like Palace and Wolves, they're like relegation gatekeepers, bro. Like as in, you know, they're never that bad,
But they're not.
but like they're never
great.
gonna make the jump, and
Yeah.
they just make it impossible for anyone who comes up to do anything.
Yeah, they just
'Cause
block
they
it.
just stay there.
They'll be
Yeah.
like Palace when Palace first came up. Like they won't progress, but they'll be hard for top teams to go and play against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like to beat Tottenham 3-0 after Spurs smashed Aston Villa 4-0, you think like, oh, Spurs on the run again. They come back here. They're good to go, and they just go and beat them like 3-0.
Do you think there's any like concerns for Spurs? Like,
It's just
are you concerned?
it's just them
if you're
though,
a
isn't
Spurs
it?
supporter?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm concerned in the mentality.
Was anyone actually shocked by it? Like the fact that they lost
I
not
know
3
it's
0.
Scoreline
Yeah,
was
but
just-
shocking.
yeah.
it was a,
Like the
what you
loss.
don't get is it was a big game. You take 4th position back,
Yeah.
9 points above United.
They also had a few players come
cement-
back as well,
Yeah, but
like-
you basically cement your position in top 5,
Yeah.
and you put yourself. You do.
How are you concerned? I can't be concerned when, like, literally 8 days ago, they they slapped up Villa away.
No, I'm not concerned.
It's not concerning. It's just them.
They've left the door ajar.
But I think that is the concern, that how you can go from 4-0 Villa to 3-0 loss to Fulham.
No, but
how can you swing so much?
Look, they would have been above Villa.
6 points in United. Like, I'm backing that hard.
Yeah, I'm
like,
backing it as well, but you can't say the door's not open.
No, the door. There's definitely an opportunity.
Whereas
I'm
9
not
points, the door
doubting
probably wasn't open.
But I think the opportunity is so minimal. Is all I'm saying. Like, I think there's still an opportunity. In 9 points.
They've both got to still verse City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah,
we've only got to verse
Tottenham will
and
decide
Arsenal.
the title.
Yeah, that's a big difference as well.
Tottenham is on the
That's like 0 points probably for everyone.
I don't know.
I get where you're coming from, but I sort of put together what everyone's saying. Like, I'm worried that you can go and batter, because I came on last week and said they were the most impressive team from the weekend.
Yeah, but the team that's chasing them in United is the exact same. Like, so I have zero faith in United to have to be clutch in this time of the season. I have zero faith in United to do that.
That's
I know you guys got a win last night, but I swear to God, we were having the same conversation 3 weeks ago about United. Like, they'd just beaten someone. Like, you know,
feels like every
and they
week.
closed the gap to like 3 points, I think.
Yeah.
And then they go and lose to Forest.
Yeah.
And it was like the exact same thing. Forest, was it at home?
Away, that's 1-0.
Forest
I
away,
think.
that's right. Newcastle also home to Forest. But yeah, I don't know. I just, like, look, I'm not saying there's no opportunity, because there definitely is. Like, you know, do you guys have to verse Spurs?
No.
Just got
no-
And they've got to verse each other as well, still.
Yeah, so
So we don't have to verse
We
Villa
only
or
got
Spurs.
so you're definitely going
Liverpool,
to close the gap regardless.
At some point,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
What's the gap between Spurs and Villa? Like 2
A
points?
couple points.
So they've got to verse both Villa and Tottenham.
I think
They've
it's
got
2
to
points.
verse City,
Arsenal.
Arsenal, Liverpool,
Well,
and
gap's 3.
each other
But Villa had a game more.
and
So
each
Spurs have
other.
a game in hand. Do they have a game in hand on you?
No.
So realistically, if Spurs win their game in hand, you're actually closer.
To Aston. Oh.
What's the goal difference?
17 to 18, literally exact same goal difference, yeah.
Points.
Yeah.
Actually, no, our goal difference is 0.
But-
So if you
I
get
think
goal
Villa
difference-
should be more in this
No, but
conversation.
all I'm getting
to
at
be
is
honest.
like both of those teams there
goal difference
have to
is
verse
0.
the top 3 plus each other. United just have to verse Liverpool and Arsenal.
Chelsea.
No, they have a tougher fixture.
Arsenal.
You'll
100%.
You'll beat
But
Chelsea.
I think, like, these guys are also both very... They're the teams you're talking about are the teams directly up... They're literally the teams above them. They're 4th and 5th for a reason. They can obviously take it to the big teams. And that's why I'm not... Like, when we touch on the title race, like this... The league is so open at this stage in the year, with every team at the top end having multiple fixtures, you know, congestion, different competitions, like, you know, players are injured... Like, it's not like I have zero faith in these clubs taking it. Like you just said before, like, you can put that as 0 points.
Yeah, probably
Like,
not.
Realistically, I don't think you do put that as 0 points. I think you back they get a result and at
At
least
least one.
one of those
Yeah,
three.
One of
right?
those, yeah.
And the gap is the door is 100% open, but I just think that, like, I know you guys have recently found a way to close that gap in the last few years. Like you did, I think, and last year you were obviously pretty comfortable in there. But I mean, if it feels like United have been able to scrape top 4 and like Ten Hag's been able to save his job the last couple of years, but I don't know. I think I look at it on the positive side of the Villa 4-0 win, and take from that they can take it to these big teams over the next couple games, rather than obviously their 3-0 is alarming. But
Yeah.
I have faith.
Your thoughts then? Who's your
I think
configuration for 4th, 5th and 6th?
I think Villa should be more in the conversation, to be honest, just because I think with how much they're going to focus on the Conference League, now that they've knocked out Ajax, they're the clear favourites. So I think they'll go all out for that. I also think the loss of Kamara, I think that's going to start to
Your guy,
prove
Kamara.
huge, because him and Douglas Luiz together were huge. But honestly, I back United. I don't care what the points, how big it is. They did it under Ole. They did it under... they've done it under Ten Hag. They just find a way to grind out results.
And remember as well, you only have to finish 5th this season. It's been locked away now that the top 5 in the Premier League.
It's official.
Yeah, it's official. Top 5 in the Premier League get Champions League.
Thank God for Arsenal and City.
So United only need one of Tottenham
Yeah.
and Villa to lock stuff up.
But you think that Villa will be the one that will drop out?
I think they're
to
more
us,
likely.
I agree with that as well. I think Spurs. We're talking more about
Spurs
Spurs.
have one game a week.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. So we're talking more about Spurs just then, like Spurs United. Yeah. I was more confident on Spurs.
Yeah.
But I 100% agree. I think if someone's going to slip up and open the gap for you guys, it's Villa.
Yeah.
Mate, it's Unai Emery at the wheel. Of course they're going to slip up.
They're missing McGinn as well for the 2 games. He got the straight red, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're missing McGinn for 2 more games as well.
Yeah, damn. No,
So you got
Kamara.
no holders.
Yeah, but they got like Yuri and Douglas Awais, bro. Like,
Yuri actually pretty good.
Villa
last night.
actually have depth. Like Yuri Tillemans.
Yeah.
He's going to come in and play
Who's
that
on the
role.
bench for them was crazy.
It's just when it comes to like managing with the Conference League, how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
But you're right.
He's available in the Conference League, though.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have to go all guns blazing for that conference.
So
league.
how long is Kamara out for?
Season,
Season
isn't
done.
it?
Knee. Yeah. So you've got what's your 4, 5, 6?
Spurs, United, Villa.
Who's in a Villa?
I'm gonna go Spurs, Villa, United.
Yeah.
Me.
Certified
Yeah,
hater.
yeah.
I'm a certified hater.
What's your 4, 5, 6?
Spurs, United, Villa.
Actually, I probably hope though it's Spurs, United, Villa as well, just so Ten Hag keeps his job. Yeah. I just want to see more.
This guy
I just want
like,
to
is
see.
here
I just
for
want to
Ten
see
Hag
more
downfall.
aggression next year. I'm such a.
I think he stays anyway after
I'm
the
a Ten
result
Hag
last
hater,
night.
Oh
bro.
no,
It's
not
insane.
a Europa League. If we win the FA Cup, then yeah. If he wins the FA Cup and gets like a Euro, it comes 6, I think he'll keep his job. But
It's
if,
probably
he
like the best year you guys have ever had.
if he's gonna
since
get,
Fergie's,
if
to be honest.
he's gonna be trophyless, he's got to have a Champions League spot.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
I'll agree with you guys. I'll go Spurs, United, and Villa. But I think it'll be much closer. Like
Oh,
I
it'll be
reckon,
close,
I can be a
yeah.
point between either side. I reckon it's going to come down.
Yeah,
to
even like United to
fumbling, bro.
Spurs.
Villa
Yeah.
fumbling.
I can even United to Spurs.
I think I wouldn't be
under 3
surprised.
points.
I don't know if it's like a biased like idiot, but I wouldn't be surprised if we somehow managed to end up in 4th. Just because when we have like FA Cup wins like that, and we just have momentum. We're one of the most momentum-based
Only
teams.
thing is,
All the
like,
players.
Cass is out, Shaw's out,
Yeah, no.
Martinez is out,
And Malassi is
It's out.
still MIA.
Yeah, the only good thing is we've
What's
got
the
like
deal with him?
Wan-Bissaka
Is he
back.
injured or is he like...
Wan-Bissaka, oh, Mason Mount's back of the wheel.
Number 7, mate. The number 7.
Oh, thank God for Mason Mount.
I forgot he existed.
Malacia did not turn up to the team dinner the other week, the other night.
Apparently he's in,
What's going on
He's
there?
gone to
Apparently
war.
he's in like the Netherlands or something with like Quincy. He's in like apparently with like Quincy Promes or something.
Mate, he just got
Do you
arrested.
reckon Quincy Promes, you reckon?
No, he's not with Quincy Promes.
Quincy Promes in Russia, so he doesn't get arrested.
Quincy just got arrested in Saudi Arabia.
Or it's someone else.
Quincy just got arrested in Saudi Arabia because they had Netherlands had like a warrant.
Yeah,
He just got arrested. How fine.
I don't know.
I thought he
'cause
went to
bro,
Russia,
he's-
so he
No,
probably
bro.
Where is-
couldn't get
where
arrested.
is he?
He chefed up his grandma and then went to Saudi Arabia.
bro is lost.
I thought he went to Russia, so he
went
couldn't
to
get
Russia.
arrested. No, he was playing
I
for a
don't know.
Russian team.
Yeah,
He played for like
He was playing
Moscow or something.
CSK,
CSK? No, I don't know if it was CSK, but he was playing in Russia. 100%.
Yeah, in Russia, so he couldn't get arrested.
Spartak
It was
or something like
perfect.
that.
Like Loki was like looking at a punt on him, mate. I was like, oh, is he just gonna?
Oh my god.
Is he just gonna like tear the league up and just like, bro?
Best player
Same
in
as
the-
like Nicolas Pepe. I look at him every game. He's so washed. I can't. He's that buddy.
80 mil.
He's that buddy.
Fenerbahce?
Oh no, not Fenerbahce.
Galatasaray.
Nope.
Oh, the Turkey is it the Turkish team or something?
Like the purple one.
Yeah, what's it called?
Oh, Transport.
Trabzonspor.
Yeah.
Trabzonspor.
Yeah.
Trabzonspor. Yeah.
He's there.
That's a retirement village.
He's
All the-
played like 2 games this whole year and scored like 1 goal. He's so washed, man.
That's crazy.
But yeah, Quincy.
Got a feel for him.
Quincy.
Got a feel for him.
Yeah, Malacia, I generally reckon
I still
has-
love Nico, bro.
Yeah, what has happened to
He's got a
Malacia?
war for Netherlands and probably somewhere.
Is he injured or is he like
So
just off the face of
the
the
only
earth?
thing we remember, the only thing we know about him, the last time we saw the guy, he had a failed surgery in the Netherlands, and he went, and then they were,
Failed surgery.
the surgery did not go. He stuffed him up, so he was supposed to be back middle of the season. He had the surgery like end of last season in the Netherlands, and it went horribly wrong.
He can you guys are probably gonna disagree here, but like that is a flop signing, right?
Well, yeah, it is, yeah, because
Like as in, cause I know it's like you can say it's not a flop because he hasn't done anything. Like he hasn't had the opportunity.
when he's played, I reckon he's one of our better players, but
No,
he hasn't
but
played.
he
so-
played the whole last season nearly.
He
and
paid
was
nothing
good.
for him.
Yeah,
true.
I haven't paid nothing
Was he
for
actually
him.
free? No,
It was like 10
12
mil.
It was 12 mil.
12 mil. No, but I can say, no,
I don't
I'd
think
agree
that's
with
a
you. It's a
flop.
flop signing because him not being there has hurt us this season.
Like when you need him, he's not there. Like
No,
that
he
is-
played a whole season and at 12
Nah,
million.
he did not play the whole season.
He played the whole season.
He's a
last
great.
year.
I'm not. It's not against the player. It's just against. I guess maybe it's against the medical
signing,
department.
like it's the
Yeah,
signing.
the whole. Yeah.
I don't know.
If he played the whole season, I'd take that
At
back.
12
I didn't
million,
think he did though. I
paid
didn't.
a
know.
lot
At
last
12
season.
million, if he played the whole season, which
He
he
played
did,
basically all the year
which
last
he
year,
did,
yeah.
I think that's just for one
No, that's
season.
fine. No,
Just for one season,
I'd
that's
take
worth
it back.
it.
I'd
Yeah.
take it back.
But
if he played
isn't
the-
it
I
so
didn't think he played
disappointing though
much.
that you thought we could have him this year? You know, like great. You know, for the team, good going forward, just in case Luke Shaw goes down, which he has. It just
Yeah, at
would be
least
perfect.
At least we're not playing Lindelof at fullback anymore.
Oh my god!
thankfully.
Oh, I thought me and him had the same birthday. He made his debut
He
on the
played
7th
22
of August.
games.
All right, the final game. We're sort of already touched on it. West Ham won, Aston Villa won.
Mate, has he
Same.
played? So has he played this year? Has Malacia
No.
played this year at all?
No,
I think
okay,
you're
So he
right.
played 22 games last year. He played half the games.
A bit more than half.
He played all the big games.
Nah,
Type thing
we'll
though.
call half.
Whenever we won,
A couple of those would have been subs.
Yeah, call that. Yeah.
Nah, it was starting most of these games.
Flop. Said flop. Nah. Anyway.
I think we're doing this. We're looking for you, Malassi, if you hear this. Final game was West Ham 1, Aston Villa 1. Again, another one. It was not a great weekend, just with draws and stuff. But yeah, West Ham, your team, looking a little bit better after the David Moyes hate, which we all said even last week, probably not deserved.
Well, they're still 7th, aren't
I
they?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And they probably deserved the win last
they're
night.
still 7th.
They
Like,
definitely, they had
yeah.
2 goals disallowed.
Yes, I know.
They're
and
well
they had
overachieving.
good chances as well. With
That's
it.
what Mikel Antonio finally doing something, mate.
First goal in is that the second
that
week
what
of
it
the
was?
season or something? Yeah. The commentator said it was like the first goal in 5 months, something like that.
Is he like just like hanging on from like that little purple patch he had like 3 years ago?
Yeah, COVID run.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because remember how nuts he was
He was
back then?
doing like
insane.
these ones
Was
and
that
like,
the same time when Lingard had his run at West Ham as well?
no, he was before that.
Yeah.
So Antonio was
man.
going into COVID. Lingard was during COVID.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
Antonio was before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lingard, remember he did the Sky
Not
Sports.
Lingard.
Yeah, he's living off some of his
Lingard.
Lingard
celebrations.
teared
so-
up though at West Ham.
Now he can't get a job. He's in
Do
Japan.
you what the manager said about him in Japan?
No.
Yeah,
He
he
said
had a
it-
full-on
Yeah,
goal.
he said you're supposed to run around more than the players who played 90 minutes if you come off the bench. If I have to sign great players, I'd go and sign Iniesta and Xavi, but instead just had to go saying about like your name's something, your aura is something, but you actually have to run around and like work hard. Everyone's like, well, Ten Hag must, or like Man United must have been right about him to sell him because a Japanese manager's having a go at him for not running around enough.
Fair enough. Lingard.
What a
That's
fall,
wash.
honestly.
That's-
this guy was in the conversation for Euro, 2020?
Yeah, the England one, yeah.
Is that what it was? 2020. Yeah.
I think
Look
so.
sure, mate. Look sure. Okay. Not to do.
People were saying he
When,
should have gone.
Like,
Now
honestly,
he's-
God, like, I swear he's like 31.
You know, he's definitely old.
Like, when Lingard's just like gone from
Star boy.
obviously Starboy, that's a bit of a piss take, but he went from like Starboy, then people like realised he was like 27.
Yeah. No, it was
no,
that thing.
no,
There was
no,
a
And now he's,
time.
now he's 31. It's like,
Oh, geez, I reckon
he went from
30 something
19 to 27 to 31, and it's just like, what?
in 4 years.
I've got a genuine question though. These people like the Lingards and I know putting like a Nicolas Pepe and all these players that were quite.
I don't know what the comparison between
No, I'm just
Pepe
saying.
and Lingard
Okay, let me
is
just.
like.
I'm getting to
What
my
a comparison we got.
I'm getting to my point. So these type of players that were once Pepe obviously probably better than Lingard, but like were once doing all right in top leagues, and then when they go down to these like crapper leagues, they do nothing. I don't understand that. Like, there's a big drop. Like,
Yeah, in quality. Yeah.
You'd think that they would go in and just be able to like tear up pretty much.
Well, okay, I don't know. I think the Pepe's probably a bad example because like he's been injured all year. But Lingard, has he not just started there?
That's the thing. Yeah, it's his second
I
game
don't
or
think
something.
there is the players that do that though. Like
I'm
But
not against your point.
Even
but
Lingard
yeah.
when he went to like when he dropped down and he went to Forest, like couldn't even
Yeah,
get
he-
anywhere.
He was
couldn't even get on
garbage
the
at
bench.
Forest.
Yeah.
He was awful at Forest.
Like you'd think the quality of Forest.
there are
would
some
be-
very good examples. I can't think of the other one.
But,
there's a
he's
bunch
just
of players
an
that done it.
Ole player where like you counter attack, he's quick. So like he's gonna get.
Was
in
he
behind.
actually that good as well, or like
He had
was
some
the
great
whole-
moments. That's the thing. He had
Yeah,
some, like,
was
Yeah,
the
it was a
whole
moment.
aura of Lingard like
Like,
dancing, at
Millie
the
rocking at the Emirates,
You know,
and,
Is there
like-
an aura around Lingard?
Yeah, he played really good for December. Like,
but dude,
like, you
No,
know,
I mean like the like
you know what I
I mean the
Dance
moments
motion.
of Lingard. Yeah, dancing.
well, you see, like he scored at the Emirates twice.
they
He scored against
inflate-
City.
yeah,
He scored the FA Cup semi.
yeah,
No,
I
FA
guess.
Cup final. He won that
No, he
FA
scored in
Cup
the
final.
final. Was it
He won the
Southampton?
FA Cup final for us. Like he's had
Was it
so many
was it
great
Southampton or
moments.
Everton?
We like
Everton,
followed it in. Like he's had amazing moments. Community Shield versus Man City win us the community. Like he's
Yeah,
had
true.
like heaps
Community
of.
Shield, man.
Nah, but this for United doesn't mean any trophies. That was something. There was a Jose trophy. We're claiming those.
Yeah,
and he
true.
was part of the Europa League winning side. Like in his first year, he basically did everything that United have done across the last 10 years. In his first like year, and he just like
Probably
people
just,
found
it's
him
probably
out.
just motivation. Like going from United, getting paid a decent amount. I think Forest obviously got paid a good amount, but you're
Do
playing
you think
it
there's
with
more or
worse
less
quality.
motivation?
Bro was begging on Instagram though. The amount of bloody
Yeah,
videos
I
of him
think-
Well,
training.
the way he
and, like,
played, you'd say less because he was
Yeah. It
garbage.
was rubbish.
Yeah.
From an outside, you'd say there should be more motivation because he has to go and improve. Like United didn't sell me.
But
'cause
like,
I'm-
surely there's more motivation
Yeah.
to like get a last payday.
But the
It's
way
about
the
money,
way he
like-
played, it was shit. You know.
I don't think he got a single output at Forest. I don't think he got a goal or assist at Forest.
He was stinky.
He was rubbish. He was you're right. He got dropped from even the bench.
Yeah.
Stinker. I don't know how the relates, but yeah, West Ham and Villa 3-1 on. I don't know how we got. I don't know how we got there, but fair play. I mean, that was a result. I was wondering, wait, when did we get there?
Even I turned into a waffle.
It went Miguel Antonio. Then I asked if it was a
Lingard. And then he said like there's players like Lingard and Pepe.
Bore a comparison from Miguel Antonio.
How have we just done that? Honestly, that's
4 people on a couch is what happens. I warned about it, isn't it? It was going to
I
happen.
should talk about that bloody pub chats on the weekend.
Oh, God. All right, we go to the big segment of the week. We're doing an all-time Premier League 11. Considering there's 4 of us, I think we just do our teams, then we discuss it. We do our team, there's a big bunch, and we discuss it.
All right.
We'll go that.
Oh, you don't like it? I like the position by...
I just think it's confusing if you're listening
there's
to
too
it.
many of us. I agree.
I think it's
Do
just...
you reckon though? Do you reckon I can like...
We can. Everyone will remember each other's teams pretty to a degree.
But
Like
I think it's go... I know we're doing this on the bloody thing, but I can go in position by position around... I don't know. We can do it now. We'll do it your way.
I don't. We can do position.
You know what? Leave in the comments though. Then I'll make some.
I think we just rattle them off, and then like you end up like you obviously know the names, so then you kind of forget the differences. Yeah, we'll go.
Next week we can change it then if the fans want it. Go with your team then first.
Schmeichel in goal.
Yeah.
Walker right back.
Mm.
Vidic and Terry.
Okay, yeah.
Cole at left back.
Who left back?
Cole.
Okay, Cole. Okay. I thought you said someone else. So yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
For some reason I heard
Gerard, Lampard, Scholes.
I heard like Glenn.
Wait, does someone
Gerard, Lampard, Scholes.
Right.
That's goals. Yeah.
Thierry Henry.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Rooney and Bobby Charlton.
That brother Bobby, eh? Okay.
Fair play. Premier League, by the way.
So I've gone like
very English bias in that midfield.
Is there anyone not
Brexit.
English? Or Vidic? And Michael and Thierry Henry, that's it. Yeah.
like when I made this team, you know, because obviously all the ones that need to know already. See, like the other guys do this. They do all the old.
Yeah, I went modern with mine. I feel like.
Yeah, I've gone
got
modern
some
as well
modern.
because I'm not going to sit here and act like I watched like
Bobby Charlton kickball.
Bobby kick ball, mate. No, kick the bucket, mate. I watched Bobby kick the bucket.
Oh my God. That's one of the best lines yet. That's one of the best lines you had so far. It's come to the 50th, but we've got it.
So, goalkeeper, I had the exact same back five as you. I had Schmeichel,
really?
yep. Cole. I changed my choosing on Rio, so I've gone Vidic of the United team.
Yeah.
Terry, then Walker.
Right.
Walker, I think, is overgone.
Yeah,
Terry now.
Yeah.
Then centre mids, I've gone Vieira, Lampard, and KDB.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no, I've just realised no United mentioned there in the midfield. And then I've gone Henry, Mo Salah, and Harry Kane.
Nah.
I know
So,
you
now I'm going to make my case for all those. We'll let you do
There's
it.
in due course, but no, I like it. You've been
Alright,
bold with it.
There's no wrong answer. Well, what do you mean there's no
Yeah,
case?
yeah.
There's no wrong answer.
There's
Every
no-
answer
yeah.
so far is valid.
Yeah,
You can
You
debate
can definitely
it.
back that up. You can definitely back those because I had Harry Kane initially, by the way. All right, I had Schmeichel, Cole, Vidic, Van Dijk, and Walker as my back five.
Schmeichel, Cole.
Van Dijk.
Cole, Vidic, Van Dijk, and Walker.
Van Dijk. No.
Are you actually a Liverpool supporter?
He's had 2 good seasons.
No, so
He's got McAllister in his midfield as
I
well.
got McAllister there.
Van Dijk is wrong.
Yeah,
That is
the Van
wrong
Dijk at his best. But you have to do longevity.
answer.
There's no longevity in Van Dijk. This is where I'll agree with you.
Let him cook. Because they're not even going to win the league this year.
But I'll actually speak to the Liverpool supporter there because
let him
Dijk.
talk.
Yeah, you go. Finish your team first.
Oh,
and
no,
then we'll go.
okay.
Yeah.
Roy Keane, Lampard, De Bruyne, Henry, Shearer, and Ronaldo.
Okay, nice.
That's my front three.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I've got Schmeichel, Walker, Vidic, Terry, and Cole. I've got Vieira, Gerrard, and De Bruyne. And
Yeah.
I've got Salah, Ronaldo, Henry.
So you put Ronnie up top.
Ronnie up top.
I wanted to do that, I wanted to do that. But
I didn't have him in originally. I had Aguero, but
Yeah, Aguero's a good shout as well. Aguero's a prem. Aguero.
I just think for City he was fucking incredible. He was so good.
But if you're gonna, this is where I go back to
but
it. If you're gonna
give
go,
Haaland 2
if
more
you're
years
gonna
to be
go
better than
Kane, you have to go Shearer because
No.
they're on the same merit.
No, because like Kane's outperform. Okay, Shearer. What I think we said he's won 1 prem. Like we probably should fact check this.
Yeah. Let me just-
He's won 1 prem at Blackburn, right? So he has some trophies, a lot more than Kane, right? But
That's an
Anything's
understatement.
more
but
than
yeah,
Shearer.
but the point is that like my Kane argument is that firstly I didn't sit on the couch watching Alan Shearer play like watching Alan Shearer tear up Arsenal every time he played in the North London derby.
The problem with this
there's-
is
what?
the problem with this is, and I'm not disagreeing.
And he would have smashed the goal record. Like Kane went to Bayern.
Yeah, but he
fair
would
enough.
have. Like, the problem I got with this is, and
He
it's
would,
the same.
he would have.
And
He
it's-
did it for a long enough time.
Yeah,
where it wasn't
I
a
can
one
agree.
season, one day. He did it for 10 years, and he would have smashed the goal record.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but
If that's your only argument,
the problem I reckon with your argument is, well, the Premier League XI then you're just basing off what you've watched, and we're like 20-year-old guys sitting on a couch.
No, I didn't base it on what I watched, but like but I also think, you know, obviously I'm not using this to make my point. As in, you compare players based upon their era, right? Because everyone nowadays would have been better than people back then. I stand by that.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
With
that I stand by. Yeah.
So as in, that's not why I've gone like, oh, if you put Shearer and Kane in the same team, Kane's gonna be better. I just think Kane in this era, like, was probably more dominant of a striker in that 10-year period than Shearer was. Like, as in, I don't know. I think Kane was unmatched in goal scoring. Like, he's so lethal and clinical, and he can create. You know, like, he's a much more dimensional player than Shearer. I think he carried that Spurs team for 10 years. Took him to a Champions League final. Like, he won. I don't know how many Golden Boots he won, but he won it every year, right? Like, it
was around it, yeah.
And then the only year Haaland comes in, Kane actually broke the goal scoring record. I think. I just think Haaland broke it more.
Broke it more, yeah.
That's
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And look, in 10 years' time, we'll probably say the same thing about Haaland being the best, because he'll have the silverware match and he'll have the goal scoring
all
record
the
probably.
trophies, yeah.
But I just think that Kane, because I think the lack of trophies, and I see what you're saying. I just think he probably won't get enough respect he deserves in terms of how good he was when in the Prem, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to touch on two more players. Firstly, we'll go back to the
Van Dijk debate.
The only thing I say with the Van Dijk is I'm agreeing that Van Dijk at his best, like Van Dijk in the Champions League winning season and the league winning season, was as good as any centre back that the Premier League has seen.
Probably better. No?
Probably
the best.
Yeah,
centre
probably
back
better.
like,
but
in a Premier League.
what has he
ever.
done? So he did it for those 2 years, and he's come back this year. So 3 seasons, maybe 4. Would you agree with that?
I'd say 4. I'd say the year where we almost won the quad, he was very good. The year he came back from the injury.
But he wasn't a superstar. I wouldn't say that.
He was. No, he was.
Not as good as the other 3
I'm
years.
not even convinced he's the best centre back in the league this year. No, you guys can say I'm waffling, but like,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Saliba would probably be better.
Arsenal fans have said Gabriel's been better than Saliba this year.
I think Gabriel and Saliba are a team of the season centre backs without a doubt. Like, I think Gabriel is so
Van
good.
Dijk's got to be in there.
And
No, I'm not disagreeing.
I hear what you're saying. I just think that the gap is like, all I'm hearing is about Van Dijk this year, because it's just Van Dijk, and then like, you know, Kanate or Joe Gomez or whoever you want to put next to him. The levels there are far different. Whereas you have two like 23 and 25-year-olds in Saliba and Gabriel who are just so rock solid. Probably, like, I reckon they both scored more goals than Van Dijk, you know, in their attacking output, and I believe they're equally as solid. I know we probably have a better defensive team, like structure to support them, but I never see him lose a duel. Like, these guys,
It's the same thing for about.
it's purely eye test, right? But I genuinely don't think, I can't see how the gap between Van Dijk and Saliba is that big.
No, it's not a big
Let
gap.
alone Van Dijk being, because this is supposed to be like, you know, this is supposed to be his 4th year. Like, Van Dijk's back to the top, right? But it doesn't feel like there's daylight anymore when there was daylight a couple of years ago, right? Like,
Is that just the state of all the defenders around? Like, this is not discrediting Saliba, but don't you reckon that Van Dijk, as much as Saliba has more special moments going forward, I feel like Van Dijk has so many special moments defensively, like, in terms of the stuff he does is ridiculous. I know Saliba does ridiculous things.
I just want to point out one thing. If Liverpool win the league, and it's a big if, Van Dijk wins Player of the Year. You do realise that?
why? Why does, like...
Where's Arsenal and Declan Rice?
Well, firstly, okay, it is a big if. And, like...
He's been our best player in the top team.
If Van Dijk can make more... Is Salah...
Salah's been injured and
hasn't been
AFCON
here
and stuff.
He's
so-
missed a lot of games. But no, you're not wrong. He has probably been your best player. But that's just because I think there's a lack of like a... You know, I think... What I was going to say to you before about the defender thing was that we were having a conversation with another Liverpool fan on Friday night, and he said how many Arsenal players get into the back four. So you tell me then who has the better back four? Because Trent's better, apparently Robbo's better, and then you put one of Saliba and Gabriel in. So who's actually playing in the better? Alisson's better. So who's actually playing in the better back four?
That isn't
Saliba, Gabriel, as in if Van Dijk is so good, he's got bums around him. He's having all these good moments.
I'm not saying he's got bums around. I just think he makes those more
is,
ridiculous moments happen. Like he does the more special things. That's what separates them.
I don't think it separates them because I just think Saliba and Gabriel do it in lesser amounts, and they both share the load that they're just not highlighted as often. That's my case. I think Van Dijk gets a lot more screen time, right? I think he does those last-ditch tackles, he slides in.
The screen time thing.
I don't think, and my point with all this is that I don't think the gap this year is as big for Van Dijk to be the player of the year, let alone the fact that I don't think he's the all-time CB that probably, I don't think he has enough to merit that.
Well, touching on that, so whether he's better than Saliba or not.
Yeah.
So we're going off 4 seasons, okay? And how good he's been off 4 seasons. You got to look at the names around him. So, like... Terry was in the
10
first 10 plus seasons probably.
Yeah. 15 years.
Ferdinand, 10 plus seasons. Vidic, 7 Premier Leagues. So he would have had to do it for 10 seasons as well. Company even in and around that.
Yeah,
so
Company's in the conversation.
So Company's in the conversation. He would have done 8 seasons at least.
I think Tony Adams won 3 Premier Leagues.
Yeah, so it's not even about who winning the Premier League. It's about your longevity. You can't bring VVD when he was at Southampton. Even some of the seasons at Liverpool, he's had a whole year out with injury. He's had 4 seasons.
He's in the discussion.
Yeah,
if he did what he did though for 8 years, fair play.
I don't know, and this is the one time I have to yo-yo on what I normally go on, but I just think he's so one of a kind. There's no one like Virgil van Dijk. And it'll be a fact of, he might never make it, but when he retires, and we keep saying this whole when he retires stuff, he'll be like, oh man, maybe he wasn't 8th, maybe he was in the top 4. I'm thinking about Terry, Vidic, Virgil van Dijk, and Rio for me. I have Vidic next to him. Well, Terry I originally had, but I swept him out.
I know this is Terry was a centre back in the least goals conceded.
I know. Terry was in initially. I pulled him out.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah. I've got a genuine question then. Would you then say, I think the problem with your argument is that's then saying R9 was the best player of all time. Yeah, it's the exact same argument.
Yeah, no.
But I mean that I've gone away from longevity for this pitching because I feel so strongly about Virgil van Dijk. I've put him in. I've ignored everything else.
So you just based it on peak.
When have you seen Virgil van Dijk, and will we ever see a Virgil van Dijk?
See, I'm agreeing with you because if you were to do pick a player based off their best season,
I'm admitting that everyone around here, other than for Virgil van Dijk's the elephant in the room. That's what we're discussing.
Is your longevity part of how good you were?
Absolutely, but this is so unique and so.
So you think it's that much better then?
The peak, I think the peak of him
is that much better.
That's why I got him in Vidic. They're peaks for me. Those 2 peaks for me are the best peaks for me.
16 goals.
Yeah, so is the peak of him then way better than any other centre back?
I think him and Vidic's peaks are the best peaks.
But how much better? Because it needs to be a lot better.
That's what I've got to mean. He's a lot better. You don't have Essien in front of you. I'm not trying to downturn Terry's one.
Not this again. We're comparing he doesn't have Essien, but he's got
Alexis McAllister.
McAllister is your favourite player in the world.
Exactly.
And then
but he's not a 6, is he? He's not got Declan Rice or Rodri in front of him.
He's got the best right back in the world. You can frame the narrative the way you want. I know it's not a holding DM.
And it's not Cole at left back.
How many?
It's not Petr Cech behind you. It's
Alisson.
It's different. It's defensively orientated team. A Jose Mourinho defensively orientated team with arguably one of the best holders we've had in the Premier League in that midfield there.
How many goals do you reckon you conceded this year?
Oh, I don't know. A couple more than you.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have a clue with the numbers.
Probably 25 at least.
Yeah. 25. More than that.
How many have Arsenal conceded? It'd be a couple more.
So we're probably talking about triples. So no matter how...
I reckon it's much more than 25.
26.
Yeah, how much have Arsenal conceded?
Yeah. 24. You bang on it.
Analytical, so I'm telling you, analytics.
No, I just think I like his peak.
No, him as a player I'm understanding that Van Dijk's best.
It's one. That's why we're talking about it. It's the elephant in the room. That's why it's the elephant. That's why we're discussing it.
There's no right team at the end of the day.
No, definitely not. I'm just saying that
I did have
that
Terry.
longevity.
Terry was in my
I think
team. I took him
longevity
out.
has.
Yeah.
It's the whole reason. Okay, so if you want to go on that argument though, but it's the whole reason why, like for example, I don't have Ronaldo.
No, but he
in
does
my
have Ronaldo.
list.
I do have Ronaldo.
No, I
So-
know. I
the
know
only
that.
Ballon d'Or winner since whenever the last
Whereas
Ballon
his
d'Or.
I've
peak
changed
was-
my tune a little bit on Ronaldo. I've got Salah.
Yeah, I think in a few years' time, Salah will be in all the teams because Salah will have done it for what 10, 12 years. Where Ronaldo was.
So,
he
I
might-
don't get that. I don't
he
get
might
that.
leave it.
That's the exact same thing.
Are you
No,
going
but
to put Salah in your team in a couple of years?
When he would, it'd be the same with. I think it would be similar with Virgil
Why
van Dijk.
does it
People would
matter
change
when he
their
retires?
because I think when Virgil van Dijk retired, people will be changing their tone
No,
on
but
where he
you
would.
have
Be.
everything in your team. You don't have Salah.
What if it's
So
what if it's
what-
end of this year because he might leave?
No, but
Nah, I
why
still
does
don't-
it matter for Salah?
Yeah, why?
You just said you might put him in your team in a couple of years when he retires. But why does it? Salah's
Yeah, his
been there,
peak,
done that.
and his peak
Nostalgia.
won't be as good as Ronaldo's peak. But he
That's why
but he was had longevity.
that's why I've got Ronaldo in now because I think his peak's ridiculous. Like there's Ronaldo's peak's Ballon d'Or. Premier League Ballon d'Ors
But
don't
what's-
come around.
But Salah's then the same as comparing him to like a.
Do you reckon
John
Salah's
Terry
peak's
then?
Ronaldo's 2008 Ronaldo?
No, I'm saying it's not.
Yeah, okay, that's what.
So,
that's
but
what-
you're saying you're going to put Salah in.
Because when you look, it's the whole when you retired, you look back and like, oh, maybe is it more valuable? But right now, I always go Ronaldo because of 08. Ballon d'Or. No one else has done that since.
Fair enough. I just think that if you're going to go you like with the VVD, then you'd keep Ronaldo then in there forever.
I'm saying VOD is the exclusion of the rule, and I'm going to stick by it. I'm going to stand on that hill. I've been different. Like I'll continue to stand on that hill and always believe in that Virgil van Dijk best
What if
player.
everybody gets skinned in the next 10 games and they lose the league by like 10 points?
Well then that has to change my time because that's embarrassing.
We haven't heard enough from you. So what's your thoughts as a Liverpool fan?
On what Van Dijk?
Van Dijk being in the.
Who'd you have?
Well, I think you saw my face when he mentioned it.
Did you
I
have
was a bit
Vidic? Did you have-
surprised,
did you have
honestly.
Vidic, Terry?
I had Vidic and Terry, yeah.
Which is the
Yeah, so
normal
the
two.
same as all of us.
That's the regular two.
I've said this on the midweek podcast a couple of times, like when we did our top 10 centre backs and stuff. I put him number one, but I've said at times like his positioning and his complacency is why I can never put him up with Terry and Vidic and Ferdinand and these kind of guys. His peak is arguably the best the Premier League's ever seen.
Yeah,
You know,
I
you
think
can
that
debate.
Yeah, but that's a
But
great, yeah.
but if we're basing it over, however many, like 6, 7 years that he's been at Liverpool, however long he's been at Liverpool, there's been years where you can say, point last year he was fucking god awful last year. Canate was miles better than him. There was genuine conversations about Virgil van Dijk being dropped last year because he was getting skinned every game.
Before was injured.
No, the year before we went
That's when he was
for
good.
the quad. That's when he was
Very good.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
But like again, he's had probably 4 peak seasons. This one, obviously the 2 where we won the league and the Champions League, and then the fake going for the quad, but only ended up with the double. But just as I've said loads of times, I will never put him in the same conversation as a Vidic and a Terry.
But is that again because of longevity?
Yeah, and just he's
It's
he's had seasons where you could argue he hasn't probably been a top 5 centre back in the league like last year.
Yeah, last year, yeah.
It's more on like Van Dijk's downside, as in like that he can be complacent, that he can,
The gaps, but yeah,
the gap between his best and worst is far bigger
Whereas
than
Terry
Terry's
was
best
just
and worst.
Terry was that.
And also the basement, like VVD's basement is so much
Yeah.
lower than like Terry's and Vidic's and all those top echelon longevity players. Right? So look, it's a good discussion.
What else we have different? Midfielders?
Salah and
You'd
midfield.
Salah.
Who are the walk-ins? We all got Ashley Cole,
Or
Thierry.
Michael?
Or
Michael.
Carl
Or
Walker.
Thierry.
Did everyone have Carl Walker?
Yep.
All had Vidic.
Or
Well,
Vidic?
we all had Walker. That's an interesting one because it wouldn't have been.
But we've been saying this since
No,
like,
I
the
know we
start.
have. But how long? Like, what a year ago? Would we have all had
The
Walker?
treble probably ticked it
treble
off.
So the
ticks it
treble
off,
ticks it over.
Because Gary
Yeah.
has.
I think
boundaries.
the thing with Gary Neville, like I would have put him in as a United supporter, but just hearing a lot from you guys and other people's perspectives on it, like I think he was one of those players that was more like, don't get me wrong, he was a massive part of United's success, but he was more one of those like role players.
System.
Not saying Walker isn't.
No, Walker's definitely a role player in that team.
Yeah, but Walker has probably like done more for City than Neville has for United. I would say Neville was just always there. Like his crappiest performance wasn't that bad, but he was never like a superstar either. Would be the best way to say it.
Yeah.
Walker could create you something.
Yeah.
He changes the game.
I also just think individually, like, comparing like Walker
Player to player.
player to player,
Yeah.
which I said before is kind of irrelevant because you compare it to the era. But player to player in this scenario, I just feel like Walker.
You'd
Walker's-
rather go up against Gary Neville than Carl
Yeah,
Walker.
100%. Like,
Like
no debate.
Yeah.
There's
And
nobody like Cole.
they probably had a slight crossover when Walker was at Spurs and Neville was at United.
Oh, I think it was 2. Yeah.
I think you're probably
When did
5
Neville
years
retire?
off. He went before Phil did. He retired before Phil did.
Like, I reckon like
What year was that?
08, 09.
He was
Yeah.
going 08.
Yeah, he was long
he was
ago.
early.
He
he
retired, I'm pretty
wasn't-
sure, straight after the Champions
He
League.
wasn't around like 2012.
Nah,
Was it when you won the league? He retired.
the Champions League. I think
it
maybe a
Champions
year
League?
after,
Yeah.
maybe.
That fine, yeah.
That was
don't know if
yeah.
that
That
was
was well
his last year,
before
but-
Walker. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Walker wasn't until like
Walker
what,
was playing
2013.
for
Like
Sports to play by
2012.
then.
I think it was like 2012 Cole. I thought
Something
it might
like
have been
that,
last year. I thought
Nah.
I thought he was with
Maybe
Saf.
Phil Neville.
Yeah,
Maybe because Phil hanged a little.
Genuine question: is Giggs
Yeah, 'cause-
anywhere near the list?
Of course, having gigs.
I'm not saying he's like
Nah.
in your best 11, but is he anywhere
Giggs
near?
is nowhere near my list.
He's
'cause
got
the gap between
160
Henry.
assists though.
Yeah,
I think
he
he's
had
very
4 in 1
underrated,
year.
isn't he?
What?
Like, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even think of him
No,
He's very
Yeah,
underrated.
Henry.
just because of Henri.
It's just like it's just so yeah.
because
But he is in the discussion.
What about
for
Beckham?
sure.
No,
Gary
no,
Neville
I
was
thought
at
of him,
United.
Yeah, I thought of him, but I didn't. I wasn't
Bro,
going to put
Beckham's
him in.
iconic. Like,
Yeah,
I think he's like, yeah,
Gary Neville was at United in 2011.
he was.
yeah. So that's when he
that was
retired.
his last year. Was it? Yeah.
He was there in 2011.
I mean, when did Kyle Walker start?
'Close. Close to ball knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there.
Before-
Joining the
before.
intellect.
2010.
He was at Sheffield United, mate. He was at Spurs in 2009. Oh, hey!
Was he even
ball
fucking
knowledge,
playing?
mate.
Bro was giving the balls back as a ball boy in 20.
Bro,
It was like Jaden Dan.
Bro,
Yeah,
ball
yeah.
knowledge here, because I had a feeling, bro, Walker's been
Gary
around for
played in
time.
2011.
Walker is 33. He's been around for years, lad.
Nah, Walker's been great.
Doesn't look like slowing down.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, ball knowledge elite there. 5 years, you
Yeah, well, that was a good.
It's
that
about
was a good
time,
list.
Flynn. Fucking hell, only waited like a year. Jesus.
Oh, language.
Becomes
Ross,
top moment.
language.
Yeah. Who else we have? Anything different? What would KDB?
Yeah, we'll get KDB.
Nah.
We have KDB.
Oh, see that nostalgia 100% there. We'll get KDB in his team
Yeah,
eventually.
you talk about 2 years time when he's done 2
KDB
trebles.
He is the best midfielder of the Premier League.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Anyone think of Yaya Toure?
What? Am I a fan of Yaya?
Nah.
Anyone just think of him?
I thought of
Personally,
Yaya.
yes,
Yaya
but not in an
crossed
I
my
reckon
mind.
Lampard's the best.
That's why I've got him in.
No, I think Lampard's more of like the Yaya mold, to be honest, in terms of like
Lampard's
the
got
goal
like
scoring.
100 and
Box to box goals.
170
goal
goals
scoring.
as a midfielder.
Yeah, he's
I
in my
had
team.
to. I had to put Gerrard in. So.
No, but Lampard would be better than KDB.
That's toss.
But
KDB is better, but Lampard is in the team.
No, I think Lampard is better, and as that attacking more output midfielder,
Oh no! Wait, as an 8 or a 10?
as both.
Well, there's no man.
oh,
He's got more goal contributions than KDB by
I
miles.
know that, but at a 10, KDB
No, I
is
don't think
head
it's
and shoulders.
contributions by a mile.
I reckon.
I think
it
it's
is.
goals scored.
Nah, I reckon it's contributions.
When KDB
No,
has like
you keep
Aguero
talking
and
about just
Haaland to pass, there's only so much you can score yourself. At a 10 though, you're not putting Lampard over KDB.
So Lampard had 177 goals, only 7 behind Aguero as a midfielder, and you guys were considering Aguero as your striker.
Well, I've got Lampard here.
What? I think KDB's got 100.
So you
Nah, I think he's got 100.
I had Vieira,
Vieira.
KDB,
Vieira's mine.
and Gerrard.
Yes, the other guy, the Irish dude.
Well, you gotta look for this.
I was debating Roy Keane
He's
and
got
Vieira.
You pick one of them.
Five.
You can't pick both.
Vieira's just a fuck.
KDB's only got 65, so 110,
nice, okay.
110 less than Lampard.
What about Lampard's assists?
So
Yeah,
K-
but it's not.
right now
not
it's
all
5
about stats,
different.
like-
Or 5 different. 100 more goal contributions.
No,
And he ain't catching that either.
he's not. But this
Lampard
this
wasn't-
you guys have done differently. But my team, you talk about the best version of a player. You want KDB at the 10, and then Lampard.
Wow,
Yeah, but
that is
Kevin-
quite
Lampard
crazy.
got 20
Lampard
goals,
is
20 assists.
Kevin
That's
De
like-
Bruyne, like.
It's Kevin. Yeah, it's Kevin De Bruyne. You're
Yeah,
playing down
does that
like
change a bit of
bum.
your...
Well, when
Score
you see the
patterns?
numbers, yeah, obviously I'm going to take into account the numbers. 110 more goals.
In
and
Mourinho
100 more
Mourinho
goal
seasons as well, when they didn't score many goals.
Again,
Oh,
no
no.
wrong answers.
Yeah. No wrong answer. No wrong answer.
I mean, we're comparing the first and second best.
And then I went
basically, yeah.
Scholes. Only because I've heard everyone talk, and out of the 3, they all reckon that Scholes was and watching Scholes play, he could do something that every other midfielder couldn't do. Scholes was like, as you said, when you talk to like Pep and stuff, he was the player that was like the Iniesta and the Xavi.
Yeah.
He was like, they wanted Paul Scholes. They didn't want Gerrard. Like, obviously, they would have liked to have Gerrard.
Yeah,
on
but
that,
the
it's
debate's dead with it's not even. Man United and Chelsea both wanted Gerrard with Scholes and Lampard in their team. And Jamie Carragher and Peter Crouch literally said in like a podcast or something, they said it's not even a debate because in training, Gerrard was miles clear. And you might say it's just training, but training back then, look at how Roy Keane speaks of training. like he's like if players didn't perform, they'd get fucking crucified, and like it was like
No, I understand.
you know
that.
you're crap.
I understand that, but everyone's spoken about Scholes as being the best of the three. To be honest, a lot of people have.
Why did Man United want Gerrard
Yeah,
then?
it's-
Scholes
Well, you
plays-
wanted another one. Like,
I think Lampard.
Why? You should only
yeah,
need
I
one.
would say Lampard clears as well, but I put Lampard, Scholes, and Gerrard.
I think
put
Gerrard
all
and
three.
Lampard are there, and Scholes, like Scholes' moment again, like you can pull
But
that
again,
random
United
pass
fans will
anywhere.
choose Scholes. Liverpool fans will choose is
No, definitely. But I think all three of them even could go.
Who was the best for England? Like
Nah,
They were all kind of-
Gerrard. Gerrard was the
probably
best.
Gerrard.
Gerrard was the best
for England.
Lampard has some decent, but
But-
Scholes.
Lampard was second.
but
Scholes
they-
Scholes played
sucked
left
for
wing.
England.
But they all they all
Yeah.
disappointed
Scholes played
because
left
of
wing for England.
Gerrard played right mid at times. Like it
Yes.
was,
Yeah, it was
you know.
just like, yeah. But I'm just saying, it's like just another thing to add. It was just weird. None of them ever got it right for
Yeah,
England.
I just think as the attacking midfielder, you go Lampard over KDB, and then you want 2, 6, and 8. You go Gerrard and Scholes.
We
You have
could,
no
we could
hold.
debate it all day.
So, who's your hold? You have no holder. You have just 3 8s.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, no, it works. I'm just yeah. Wait, because then you had Vermeer and I had Kane. I was surprised you didn't put Kane in. You thought you loved Kane.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Kane
you
was
didn't have Kane.
Kane was more influential on his leadership, I think, than his actual quality of playing.
True.
Would you agree with that as well? That he's
When did Kane retire?
Oh.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I watch much Roy Keane, to be honest, man.
Roy Keane would have retired.
was
mid-
Roy Keane.
2000s.
Yeah, he was like
Roy Keane went
mid-2000s,
somewhere
like-
after United. Where did he go after United?
I'm not going to act like I watch much Roy
No,
Keane.
Ferguson
man.
kicked him out of the club.
Yeah, because he was this bloody.
Didn't he go to like Scotland or something?
Nah, so what happened was Ferguson, after a game, United played really bad, and like Keane annihilated the team in a press conference, like absolutely annihilated
Celtic, he finished at
annihilated
Celtic.
the team, and so Alex Ferguson came into the dressing room and said, "You're not playing for United ever again."
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Mate,
And like
Fergie had him on.
Saying that to
Ferdinand
Roy
talks about all the
Keane's
time. He goes
crazy.
like, that was just like shivers through the spine. It's just like you can't mess with this bloke. Like,
Kick Beckham out.
Yeah,
kick
that's
Kane out.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's still the GOAT though.
there we go.
he just like was.
That's actually good debate. The managers one we literally had one.
Yeah,
We
had-
will have to get
Friday
all us
night.
4 of us on again
was
again
a good
for
one,
something
the
like that.
manager one.
The
Do you want to run
manager
over
one
your
is
team
good.
one more time before we jump into our best?
So Schmeichel in
moments?
goal, Cole left back,
Yeah.
2 centre backs. We got Vidic and John Terry. At right back, Walker. The 3 goats in midfield: Gerrard, Lampard, and Scholes. Then Thierry Henry off the left, Rooney off the right, and Bobby Charlton through the middle.
Fair.
we didn't really touch on Bobby Charlton.
Bobby.
But it's not even go. That's my.
It's a good team. It's a good team.
That's
I've
great
got
to go to.
Schmeichel, Cole, Vidic, and Terry, and then Kyle Walker right back.
Yep.
DM Vieira with Lampard and KDB, and then Mo Salah on the right, striker Harry Kane,
I respect you putting Mo Salah in.
Yeah.
I respect you.
striker Harry Kane, and left wing Thierry Henry.
Yeah, so you want to do yours next? You're basically the
I
same.
got Schmeichel, Walker, Vidic, Terry, and Cole. Vieira, Gerrard, De Bruyne, Salah, Ronaldo, Henry.
Yeah, so you Ronaldo as well, yeah. So yeah, it's Michael, Cole, Vidic, Van Dijk, Walker, Keane, Lampard, De Bruyne, Henry, Shearer, and Ronaldo. There we go.
Very nice.
That leads us onto our best and worst moments for the first 50 episodes. You're going to have less of a worst moment because you've only been here.
I've only just got worse, but it's kind
like
of what we speak about.
8 episodes.
Cancelled, man.
I've had a truckload of
Bro,
stickers.
legit, we're gonna have to like delete these episodes in a couple of years. They're gonna be AI botted.
Yeah. Do you want to start with you? Because you've been here the least. You're going to have more like lesser bad moments. If you're gonna
Well,
have
like
some good
something
moments.
I've said or something someone else has said?
Oh, anything. You can take a pick. I've got something I've said because I've
just a
stuffed
moment,
something up.
Doesn't have to be best, but just do a moment.
Yeah.
God, don't know. I like Tots's, was it Glenn Paradis? I like
That
that.
was
That's the
that
best
was-
moment. Is it the best moment?
It's just funny. It just came from nowhere. I didn't expect that. I like that. I like
Todd's
that.
Glen Parody. I think that might go on an all-time list, and we go like 150 episodes, 100 episodes. A bad
I like
moment?
that.
Do you think anything bad?
Yeah, have you had any stinkers in your episodes? Have you got anything completely wrong?
On Thursday,
I'll just say Inter.
Yeah, but on
Yeah,
Thursday,
I'll
we're
just say
basically
Inter.
we're going to crucify
Because
ourselves.
We're big on
Thursday.
Inter.
Yeah.
Well, we were, but now we're going to
Yeah, I went as far as saying I won the Champions League last week. So yeah,
probably Inter.
yeah,
Yeah.
not fair play.
What's your worst
Well,
moment?
well,
Butchering left and right wingers.
Yeah, but say so. My worst moment is Matoma being on like 3 lists. I put him on like every single list.
that was funny.
I had him on left wing, right wing, List the other ones I had him on one list, but I had him on the wrong side. So actually, you know what? Just the wingers in general from my combined.
You're also just like
Just
Premier
stinkers.
League wingers.
I just watched the game in reverse from the sounds of it.
And best moment?
My best moment is backing McAllister and Liverpool since like the start. So I'm sitting on that plane.
Yeah.
You know, Virgil van Dijk.
Nah, you were massive on them, and I was hell skeptical.
I've been there
Well,
since
bro.
probably week 6, 5. But yeah, Liverpool from the start had a keen eye.
I think you're a bit one-eyed on McAllister. I think he's good.
I think he's amazing.
God's gift, but
I've got his custom shirt
he's-
coming. No,
he's very good.
I think he's good.
He's
but
very
I think-
good.
I don't think he
I
gets
shocked
the-
me.
Watch him week in, week out, and don't worry.
He's very impressive.
You would change your tune very quickly.
No, I think McAllister. I watched him a lot at Brighton. Like, because he was my fantasy. He's
different
so I always
player.
watched him.
yeah, I still think he's a different
I
player.
know the player he is though at Liverpool. Like I've watched him enough, but
Yeah.
no, I think he's good.
Yeah,
I just think I don't know. Anyway.
not sold yet. Not
Yeah,
sold.
I'm not. I just don't think he's
That
I
guy.
think the role is like allows him to be really good. Like as in,
that's every good player though. That's
I
De
think-
Bruyne.
I think
Bernardo
Declan
Silva.
Rice's role is very hard. I think his role.
McAllister's
is
playing out of
super-
position the whole year.
So is Endo. So is Casemiro's and Mainu's. You know,
That's why
Mainu's is harder than Rice or Endo's.
Yeah, it is 'cause he's alone.
No, I think McAllister. I don't know.
It's based on the team like they're playing in. Mainu's
but-
job's harder
yeah.
than Rice and
Conor Gallagher's just pretty hard.
Conor Gallagher's,
Nobody's no
exactly.
midfielders around him.
So-
Yeah. All right, what's your best?
Oh,
and
probably. I was
worst?
just thinking just then. I was thinking like when Martinelli's late goal against Man City on the watch along, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a great
That was
one.
an elite moment because like not even just it was just an elite moment.
Yeah, just top.
And me and
Yeah.
Wales just went nuts.
Yeah.
I remember watching the
That was-
clip.
yeah.
Not the clip, I was watching that back that moment.
That
It
was good.
hilarious. And then the worst moment, oh my god, probably to be honest, some of the things I've said like in the hours of video about like Ukraine.
yeah, that was
Like-
crazy. That
You know, we were saying one of the
Just
live stream
something
as well.
so like just
It's not as bad as Waz. Waz came here for one watch along.
What did he say?
what it was. What did he say?
I don't know. I've said some questionable things, man. Like,
Bro's integrity's been tested.
but in terms of like,
What about a shout? Like
in
a
terms
bad
of like
shout you've made?
football analysis,
IQ, knowledge.
what have I butchered? I don't know.
Just too
Like,
good.
Just perfect.
Yeah, I'm just pretty good.
I can't think of any bad ones you've actually had.
He's normally the most right. Like
I
you're
was good at the
consistently
start of
right.
the year.
No, you're consistently right. Whereas me
I
and you will
call
make some
shouts.
bold. We'll make some bold calls that
Yeah.
either go awful or like nail it. Like
Oh, we're pretty bold.
yeah.
I've got a bad one for Tots actually.
I've got a bad one for myself, so it's probably mine. It's probably mine, so I'll get to that.
One of my, this one's still up in the air. Is me massive on Ten Hag out. I've been Ten Hag out.
But is that a bad thing?
No, as in this one's
Just
still up
a
in the air.
thing,
This,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is like a thing which we can come back to in like
Yeah.
50 episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Come back to it 100.
yeah.
Episode 100. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I've been. Is this not wrong? I've been
No.
so massive on Ten Hag out for so long. That's like one of my biggest agendas.
I almost think when we were sitting on the chairs, like when we had the chairs, it was still like 10
that's like my main agenda. Like you've had your agendas with
Yeah.
like in Liverpool, and
Yeah.
I've had my Ten Hag out agenda, and that one's still up in the air. So we'll see how
That's
that
one
one
of like
goes.
that's one of the moments, in terms of like that's been a long
See how that
lasting.
one goes.
Yeah. All right, Tots.
So I want
This will be the best. I'm almost excited for this one. This is.
I want to start my worst moment
Yeah, go on.
first. So my worst moment was putting Phil Foden 7th.
No, ninth.
Nah, I put Diaz 9th. I'm pretty sure I put
No.
Foden
No,
7th.
I had Diaz really low. Remember,
He
I
had
had Diaz like
yeah.
7th, something.
No, you. Why don't you had Foden at 9?
No, he had
Oh,
Foden.
it
I had
must be-
Diaz
I
at
had
7.
right.
Foden
I thought I had him at
nine.
7.
No, you had him in 9th. At
thought
that
I had
age,
him
like
at 7.
milk, bro. That age.
Yeah, so that was my
Best season of his
bad one.
career.
Literally since like that episode, he like decided to start.
Yeah,
He
I
heard
know.
Tots.
Like, don't get me wrong, it was a bad call.
Bro, I think he
but
watched. I think.
Oh, I got another one.
it was
Got another one for Tots.
It was a bad call. Don't get me wrong, but at that time, it didn't look as bad as it does now. Like right now, he was
It's
like-
awful now.
He was probably like
Yeah, yeah.
5th. He was probably like 5th back
Yeah.
then.
I think we had him 4th. I think we both had
Yeah.
I
him
think
4th.
I had him second.
Or maybe I had him 4th. I
Yeah,
think I had him
well,
4th, yeah.
You-
I had for Foden second.
I thought he would have been like realistically looking back, he probably should have been around the 5th,
fair,
6th
right.
mark, 5th mark, and 9th was like outrageous. But the fact like he's probably like number 1 right
It looks
now.
worse now that he's, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he's
Yeah.
probably number 1 right now. You'd say.
Oh, probably,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
On form, we would
Up
be.
there.
Before your best moment,
I want to hear what he is.
What's the not having Trent in your top 10 right backs? Because he's not a right back.
Oh no, but that's not a bad moment. That's just me. I don't think that's a bad moment because we're all in agreement that Trent as a player is like a top 5 Premier League player.
in terms of whatever position he plays.
Whatever,
in.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
But like, I'm just saying purely as a right. He's not
I
a
don't know,
right
like,
back.
Top 5
Well, he plays-
Premier League
No,
player.
no, I think he means like whatever position you would have put him in, he'll be a top 5 in that area.
Yeah.
He's not top 5, because we know.
I don't know if he's
general.
a.
I want to clarify that.
Really
Yeah.
play like you guys put him at.
Tots,
Like,
he plays right back.
He then
Does he
plays
take
in-
throw-ins?
He plays in the midfield. Then he
Did he
plays.
take-
Then he
does he
plays.
take
ce-
throw-ins?
Then he plays centre back. Like then he drops into centre back. The bloke just roams.
So is Delone not a
Yeah,
right back?
Delone a
'Cause
centre
he
back.
drops into centre back.
Yeah, but Deloitte doesn't end up in the midfield really. Like
He did last night.
Yeah, I know,
He
a
did
little
last-
bit.
He does a lot. All right,
I think
best
that's
moment.
a big different. Best moment West Ham.
Yeah, fair enough.
It has to.
Bro,
be.
special mention Glenn Paradieu, man. I mean,
That's going to be.
That-
Yeah, but that was already mentioned.
Yeah, Glenn Paradieu was
that's
a
going to get
cracker of a
mentioned all the
shout.
time. But that was
Yeah,
That should have been
West
that should have
Ham.
been like a. Did you put that as a TikTok reel? Or something?
Nah,
Oh,
yeah,
I got
yeah,
one
yeah.
thing to
No,
say.
that
You all
was
laughed at
bang.
me, but you aren't laughing now.
Glenn Paradieu.
Nah, West Ham. Well, I'm serious. I want to see
They're
that.
seventh on
Yeah,
the
but you
ladder.
didn't 10
West
as well.
Ham.
Yeah, so he's fine.
No. And no, but like they could still finish 12, 13. There's like 6 points across that.
Yeah, but even Europa League, they're doing well.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah, but you're gone early.
still
on
got
West Ham. Bro, 10 games, a lot of games.
In fact, I had him 17.
I don't know, but that was
they
a
got
big call.
they got shafted in the
Yeah,
draw,
yeah,
man,
10
being
games, a lot of
Leverkusen.
games.
All right.
Nah, but it's been a good.
It's been good. It's probably heaps more, but I
I've
can't
also
remember.
grown a lot. Grown a lot.
About a lot of rubbish realistically in the day. All right, let's go to the truth. We've got the paddles back. It's been a while since got the paddles. The paddles are back
Is it
out.
a throwback?
Yeah, sports bet's back. We've got 5 questions.
What's better?
We've got 5 questions this week. We should have already discussed this, but do Luton deserve to be relegated? Oh, Luton deserve to be relegated, true or false? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, unanimous. More because of what they've dropped, right? Rather than their performances.
I think points is the. I believe in like points, right?
Just
That's
that's
why
it,
the
yeah.
West Ham thing. Like we've spoken about this a lot.
Yeah.
Like, whatever game style gets you points. At the end of the day, points is like.
It's a results-driven business,
Yeah,
isn't it?
no one's entitled to anything, right?
Yeah.
That's what said it.
Like,
yeah,
so-
yeah.
I think Luton have given it a very good crack, but if they go down, that's because they deserve to go down.
It's respectable how
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
if they do get
An
relegated.
honourable loss, almost.
It's especially more respectable because of their performances.
Yeah.
You know, taking it to the big dogs.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, at the end of the day, you only
Points are points.
you
Points
only
are points.
deserve what you
Yeah,
earn.
exactly.
And
Tough love.
yeah, tough love, man. I wish them the best.
Wow. Alrighty. Do you have Luton to play already then 10 the season off? Do you have Luton one more time at home or something? Or have you
Yeah.
played them twice?
Yeah,
No,
you play
I
them at
think we
home.
have-
They play them at home.
Yeah, we play them at home soon.
I think it's after City, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like
Yeah.
the week after.
Oh, so it's soon. It'd be so ironic if I somehow pull out there.
Yeah, it is because we go from midweek.
Yeah.
I think it is.
All right. This I sort of had fun with this one. After what happened last night, Mourinho would save Chelsea if he came back. True or false?
Oh my
That's
god!
actually a good question.
Because after last time,
But what's
by the way, the
save
context,
mean?
or like
Sorry.
make them relevant again. Like
Mourinho,
Like,
what's the
will
question
they
again?
finish top
Mourinho-
six?
Mourinho coming
Yeah.
back would like make Chelsea.
Bro, don't deep the
Chelsea
question too
relevant.
much. It's saved.
Would he save
It's
them?
yes or no.
Yeah.
You're deeping
So
it.
repeat the question.
Saving Chelsea means you win. the
Mourinho
league,
will
though.
save.
Mourinho would save Chelsea if he came back.
But would you say saving Chelsea means
No,
win
you
the
can't.
league?
Analyze the question.
Just
No,
answer
just-
true or false.
okay.
3, 2, 1. Ooh, we're split. We finally got the split.
I think Mourinho's past
I think it's a couple of things. I think it's like what you said, Flynn. His style of football, I think, works for some teams,
he's past it.
but for Chelsea, I think they complained about Tuchel, who is still a very defensive manager, and they wanted him out and they got rid of him. And I just think there's a lot of other problems wrong at the club than the manager.
Yeah.
So.
You guys, you go. 'Cause you're big on Poch out, so you go.
Yeah, well, I think Chelsea fans right now wish they didn't get rid of Tuchel, to be honest. Like,
Probably, yeah.
I don't think they ever
In a
wanted to
way.
get rid of Tuchel, to be honest.
And
No,
Bayern.
I think there was a segment.
When they lost, I think.
No, but do you remember
Champions
why
League, they were
Do you
awful.
remember the whole thing about like, our 100-day within our project that 100 days has come up, we're going to be parting ways with Thomas Tuchel. Do you remember that? It was like a whole big thing on when Todd Bowley came in. It was like 100 days into the new regime.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now at this stage of our new project,
yeah.
we're going to be parting ways with Thomas Tuchel. Like,
Yeah.
it
Well,
was
they weren't doing well in the league and Champions
No,
League. I
they
think
weren't. They weren't.
They lost
But a lot of
6 though,
Chelsea
that's
fans, yeah.
It was the Champions League, though. I think it was. I think you're right.
Was
It
it a bit
was
lower
before
than
Champions
6?
League even had it.
I thought it was a bit lower than 6.
No, it was 6.
Was it 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it was early
But, like,
days,
miles
like
off
that.
top
It was
four.
very
Round
early
9,
days.
that's it. It was
very
like
early days,
match
yeah.
week 9. But yeah, I'm big on Poch. Like, I think anyone at the moment could do better than Poch. He has been that bad. They're gonna be 12th. Fulham's 1 point behind them.
I mean, he's taken them to a cup final and a semi, so he hasn't done.
And they can also
completely.
finish
They've taken them to a
seventh
cup-
very
a cup
easily.
There's a lot of problems wrong. It's not just
Bro.
the manager's like the least of their concerns.
Yes, I would agree if they were like 7th.
I don't think it's the
or
least,
or
but I just don't
6th.
think.
I think
bringing
Mourinho would clash with Bowley as well, big time. I think he'd clash
Yeah, I
with
don't
him.
think Mourinho.
But I think Mourinho would like put in. Okay, he would save them to the point that I think they could like push for top 4. I don't think he could win a league with them. That's what I'm more going.
I'm savage. The reason I'm
Depends
with
how
it-
you define save.
That's the thing, because I'm not on the whole. I've always been give time to Poch, but I feel like these players need a Mourinho. That's the only reason I think, without needing to spend again and again and again.
They didn't
The best thing you can get is someone's going to make them run laps, make them like lock in.
Yeah.
And I feel like Mourinho, and because the fans will give him, the fans love that guy. Like they'll give him time. It's a thing. It's a thing about the whole Bowley
They've
thing.
sacked him twice. Like
3 times, isn't it?
no, it's twice.
Twice. I think he walked out once. Didn't he? He left it once. Didn't he?
Has he been there?
Yeah, was that?
Has he had 3 stints at Chelsea?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, he got sacked and he walked out one, didn't he?
Oh,
I think, but something like that. He's been there in 2 different
he
stints.
won't say.
So we're gonna say half and half. The next one, we sort of talked about this a few times, but Tottenham need top 5 this season for it to be a success. 3, 2, 1.
I'm massive on no against this.
No,
You're on it.
Yeah.
You're on it.
I think
it's only a yes because of where they are right now.
Yeah,
it's not a yes if
expectations
you were.
change.
It's not a yes
that's
if you
what
were.
I'm basing. If you're basing on the start of the season, 6 is probably like a good spot for them. But now that they've got a gap, how bad United have been, I don't think anyone expected
Expectations
Chelsea.
change, I agree.
Are you basing it on the start of the season?
Yeah.
Because I'm basing it on now.
No. That's just like the way you want to interpret it. Like as in, I'm choosing to base it on the start of the season.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll
Like,
flip.
I'm basing on now.
Yeah.
Got a big gap. They only play once a week.
Like,
Villa have
you're
got
obviously
Conference
choosing
League.
to like do that, as in like,
Yeah.
like you think.
No, yeah, you're right, because they're playing once a week. They were top of the league.
They got 10 games left. Like, it should
They'll
be,
do a league
they
of
should
October,
get it.
though.
Yeah, but like
They
you
should
can't go
get
from
it.
that to just like falling apart and
Yeah.
going below United. That's
Should
it.
flippy floppy changing.
No, I've changed. No, he convinced me.
Not a flopper here, man. Nah, but
Oh, that's a hard one.
Because United have been.
I'm big on this one. I
Yeah.
I think there was a we could have been sitting here, and Spurs could have been like 10th, and they wouldn't have been. They would have been slightly below expectation.
What I will say, you said the 6-point gap is like a big buffer, right? So
I think it's a big enough buffer,
Yeah,
yeah.
so if isn't that a huge concern if they can't hold that for you? Like if they were to drop below a United or
It's
something.
concerning. Can you please repeat the question? 'Cause,
They
I'm
need it.
Tottenham
I'm not
need
100% sure
top
of that.
5 this season to be a success.
Yeah, this
No,
season, not
no,
right
no.
now.
I
Yeah, this
think-
season to me
I think-
says like you have to.
But
It's top 5
we're
as
in the
well, not
season.
top 4.
We're in the season.
You said top 5.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they
if
need
they
to stay
finish
with that.
6th,
Then he
No,
champions.
but I think it'd be a bottle job if Spurs lose it. But for the season to have been a success, in my opinion, was like finish in Europe. Because I could have, bro, we thought so little of Spurs at the start of
that's
the year.
fair. Yeah.
Like Kane's gone, and just come in. The squad is in like complete disarray. We thought so little of Spurs, and yet they're like, it'd be a major success if they finish 5th. But I think for the season to be successful, Europe, just Europe was the end goal, and that would be a success.
yeah, fair enough.
fair.
Yep.
I like it, 2 different views. All right, last 2 questions. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. I love this question. Arsenal have more pressure to win the league than Liverpool. I was cooking when I like this.
Top of the league. I liked being underdog.
Arsenal have more pressure to win.
Arsenal have more pressure to win the league than Liverpool. Right now. Arsenal have more pressure to win the league. 3, 2, 1.
I think it's in our hands, and I think whoever's hands it's in has the most pressure. I just think it's the way it works. Like it's our league to lose now, and I think therefore the pressure lies more on us. I actually don't even think that you have that much pressure, to be honest.
I know why you're going to say that.
The way I look at it is our best players, like your Salahs, your Van Dijks, Allisons, they're starting to get on a bit.
Yeah, it's
so
like
so
now
you
and-
want it's like you want to win now.
last
Again,
dance.
like the youngsters that we have coming through, Sobs, like McAllister,
Yeah.
Trent, they're good, but
Sloboslay's not better than Havertz, let alone good. But
no, but he's I mean,
I'm playing with this.
His
output sucks.
But no, Havertz has been good, mate. So,
Havertz
but I just think when you have this group of players, you have to deliver. I know
So what is it,
we've been
one
so
Prem in
close.
9 years?
Yeah, which is mental
Is this
considering
the
how
ninth?
close I think so.
This is the
yeah.
ninth,
This
isn't
is the ninth.
But you're counting Benteke years as years. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, but I just
Arteta
yeah,
years
and
now, but
and
more
what I
stuff
will
at the back.
what I will say, Arsenal's best players are still they're not even in their peak yet.
yeah, 20. You have like
Exactly.
babies
It's
running
insane.
around.
So that's
Yeah,
why
so
that's why I
that's
don't
true.
think there's a lot there's obviously pressure, but I think Liverpool just have so much
I'll
more.
say where I get the pressure from. So I don't think there's necessarily pressure on Arsenal's players. I think there's more pressure on the manager.
I actually agree.
Bingo.
with that.
Bingo.
So
You nailed
it's
it,
not
you
the
nailed it.
players. If you look at Klopp to Arteta, there's way more pressure on Arteta.
It's bloody-
like Arteta now has been at is this his 6th or 5th season?
Fifth, isn't it?
It's his
Fifth
4.5
season. He's in his 5th season.
Okay, so he's in his 5th season, and last year he got really close. You don't want another year where you're at the top and like, okay, if City go ahead, at least you can go. At least you can go. City's been doing it for so long. Like you've got some sort of excuse.
I don't even think City. I think it's just us not bottling it
Yeah,
again.
that's,
Yeah,
that's the
that's
point.
the thing, yeah.
I don't
If you're
think
there
it's
for 2
anyone. I think
years,
it's now
you've
that
got to
it's
capitalise
yeah,
once.
It's now in our hands.
Yeah, that's
And
the
it's
best
like-
point.
Yeah, like it's our league to lose.
You
now.
combine that with your points. You combine the fact that you've had it in your hands now twice, hypothetically, because last year and this year.
We
The fact that if you don't convert at least one of them, considering 1 year Liverpool would
like
have had it.
serial bottle job.
Yeah,
starts
then
shadowing
it-
over Arteta's head.
And I
it
think
goes
the
over.
problem you
Yeah.
also get is, and I think we had the discussion, and like previously, but is Arteta like the guy that gets you really close, but it starts to be like considered, and you need that winner now to take you to that next
Klopp's
step.
won one league in 9 years.
No, I'm
Winner,
not saying
like-
Klopp. I'm just saying.
I mean, you're battling
I'm
a
just
juggernaut.
saying-
No, but you're talking like the only person in the world who's a winner then is Pep. Because if Klopp is a top 5 manager in the of all time,
Oh, I don't know
right?
about that.
Top 10, definitely a top 10.
Yeah, we agree.
And,
This
and,
something
and
that-
he can't, and he's won one in 9 years. Then I don't think anyone's a winner. I think it's just Pep or Inshallah, man.
That's why I don't think there's pressure on Arteta as such, because Klopp's won one Prem against a juggernaut, and this Arsenal side is nowhere near their prime, I don't think. So that's why I'm looking at it from a
But when
player's point
aren't
of view.
City
You're
gonna
looking
be
from
in
a
their
manager's
prime?
point
That's
of
the
view.
Yeah, but say, is it City like
Yeah,
not at it at the, like we said this last week?
No,
they're
but
great
like-
at the moment. Are they not? At,
But like Kevin De
11
Bruyne is
yet?
getting on, and like Pep's going to leave in the next Pep will leave. So
Yeah, eventually.
maybe not in a year, but in maybe like 3 years, and that's when
I'm
Arsenal.
not massive. I don't know about
Yeah, I
that.
think
now that Klopp's left, do you reckon he just stays?
I honestly reckon Pep wants to be undisputed
Go.
greatest manager.
Nah, Pep
I don't know.
will go to Italy and try to win a Champions
maybe.
League after
I
no
don't
one's
think
won
so.
a Champions
I don't
League
think
there
Pep
for
might-
ages.
But anyway,
Pep will go to Italy.
So you're looking at it from like a manager's point of view. I'm looking at it
I'm
from
looking
a
at the
player's.
total.
I'm looking at it from purely like a position point
I'm
of view,
looking at club-
and then the
club.
repercussions of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. The final true or false. Bellingham and Maddison should play in midfield together for England at the Euros. Bit different.
Hurry up, get it over with.
Three,
This is the easiest answer.
2, 1.
Where do you fit
Maddison.
Madison? Where do you fit Madison?
Because after last year I changed my idea about what you said.
Maddison.
Where do you fit Madison?
Or a number 10. Like, I feel like I think
He's
saying
saying Bellingham play at 8.
Bellingham play 8.
Where are you
'Cause
playing
last-
Foden and Saka?
Foden
Foden,
left, Saka on
Saka.
the right.
Kane.
Bro, play Foden at 10, Bellingham, Declan Rice.
You don't want to play
Saka on the
Foden
right.
on who's the left?
Yeah, who's your other midfielder?
Mate.
Kobe Manu.
Maybe.
I thought you were playing Rice, Bellingham,
You play
Madison.
Rashford.
Rice, Bellingham, yeah, Madison, and then Foden off the left. You changed my mind last week. Remember we talked about
I
it a
just
little
don't
bit
think
last week.
Phil Foden's a play off the left player. Like when
I
is-
think we can consider.
when-
We're not.
I think
considering
Foden's
Foden.
got to play in the middle. I think Foden's got to play
But
in
when
the
has
middle.
Foden ever been good on the left?
Actually,
Play him in his position, man. Either off the right or down the middle.
I think he'll play Rashford on the left, surely.
can't
Surely
play
he'll
What
play.
about, we're all forgetting Cole Palmer.
that changed my mind.
Yeah,
Cole Palmer for left, and then Foden on the
I don't
right.
think he's going to play because it's
Cole Palmer
Southgate.
definitely can't play off
It'll
the
be
left.
Henderson will play.
Cole Palmer has to play off the right.
Yeah, but
But
Saka's
Saka's
locked
getting
in the
in.
right, so you have to put
That's what
someone on
I'm
the
saying,
left. I'm not putting Rashford on the left. Over
Palmer
there.
won't
I'm
play
putting-
after
I'm
just
putting
getting
Palmer
called
and
up. though.
Foden in the team above Madison. I'm making
Down
it
the
work.
middle,
I'm
you put
making
him
it work, and I'm making it work for those two over
rather
Madison.
than Madison.
Well, James Madison's good, but the form is like uncomparable.
Can you
Palmer
play
is
Saka off the
carrying
left
Chelsea.
or not?
No, I wouldn't play Saka.
Saka like
Saka's only play off the right, hasn't he?
Saka
It's
hasn't
just where to
played off
fit
the
him
left
in.
in like 2
Just let
years.
us fit him in. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. Who plays on the left?
Saka
Like,
was English player of the year last
He'll
year.
play. He'll play fucking Sterling on the left. You know,
Bro got booed off yesterday.
He actually will play.
Nah, he'll play Rashford before Sterling.
The fact that you have to miss out, then you remind me about Palmer. That you have to miss out Palmer or like one.
But no, Madison does not get in.
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Anthony Gordon's got a bit of a shout, but I think he's done a bad injury. So
How long is he out?
I think it's like 6 months. So
He doesn't like the new players either way. That's
Yeah,
why people like Cole Palmer won't play.
Yeah.
People like Madison.
He'll play
won't
Henderson, Bellingham, and
Foden.
The
Rice.
fact that Kobe might get picked for that
I-
squad.
I'll-
Calvin Phillips, mate.
I'm gonna be genuinely
He'll be in the
honest with
squad.
you.
He'll come
I
on,
think
70th minute.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Foden, Kane, Saka, Bellingham at 10,
Yeah.
and then 2 like DMs.
Yeah.
Hendo-
He'll play 2
Hendo-
DMs with like
Hendo
Henderson and Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might like, and the 2 DMs are going to be Hendo and Rice.
It's almost like
Yeah.
it was a lock.
Hendo cannot play.
Well, it has to be Kobe Manu then.
It's Southgate, bro.
I
It's
know.
And Manu can
Southgate.
get a spot in the squad.
Bro,
Bro, Southgate went to watch
Alright,
Henderson
we went to
over
At
We
Bayern.
went to watch him get a throw in. Oh my god.
Do you think it's hard?
Oh, did you see him
done
celebrate
by
when
him?
he?
The fact Henderson got into the squad, but Kobe Manu
Yeah.
didn't, is a joke.
Yeah, fair play Ian
Gareth
Wright. Ian Wright
Southgate
went.
is like a disgrace to the country. Like, honest to God, he should be like.
I'm surprised
They
someone
should-
hasn't put a hitman on him yet.
They
They
should
can
be
sum
so
up the
clear.
Harvey Elliott should be getting picked over Jordan Henderson.
Oh, I agree with that as well. Yeah,
Mate, Jordan
but
Henderson.
I wouldn't put Harvey.
Jordan-
Elliott
Oh yeah,
on
no.
Manu.
I'm saying that's how bad Henderson.
He should be like
you know.
the 100th choice midfielder to be in that squad.
I played Ward Prowse before him.
I play ball players over him as well.
Bro, I'd play any Premier League player
Yeah,
before
well,
Jordan Henderson in
Will
Ajax,
Ward-Prowse
man.
make the squad?
No.
He won't make the
Did you
squad.
make this
I
current squad?
don't, I don't think so.
I'm surprised Calvin Phillips wasn't there.
Oh, he'll be there for the Euros
Yeah.
for sure. He'll be there.
He put in one performance.
There is no
One performance.
way that Southgate leaves
He
him
didn't
out.
play him in the World Cup.
He'll still go. He'll still go.
For mentality reasons, you know.
Yeah. Experience,
Elite
you know, even
mentality.
though he's done nothing for 3
He's
years.
elite in the dressing room.
Yeah, good character in the dressing room.
Is
Kobe.
Is Ivan Toney going to go?
Yeah, he'll go.
Have you seen the attitude in this guy?
It
See
should
that
be
recent-
It should be
Real.
Watkins.
Yeah, I want to go to Real.
That
It
Real
should be
comment.
Watkins. you
Yeah,
know?
Oh,
Watkins,
yeah.
Solanke,
Win-win.
like-
Bro,
Brendan-
Tony, I don't want Tony. Like he's
I want Watkins or
Yeah, he's a
Solanke.
bit of a yeah.
he's a
You
donkey.
should go for Watkins.
Yeah.
I hope Chelsea get him now, just to kind of.
Chuck
Tony.
the money at Oshima.
Yeah, I hope Chelsea would be. I'd love Chelsea to get Tony. It's just more like ego and just disrupt the place a bit more.
Who would you get now though, Flynn? That's a striker.
Oshima. Has to be Victor.
I don't think we go, bro. I just don't think we sign a player like Victor Osimhen. Like Declan Rice was so much more of a lock at 100 mil in terms of like being the player we want him to be than I feel like Victor Osimhen is. It's just like the unknown of like a Napoli striker,
Chuck it
like,
at Mbappe.
humongous. Like I don't know. I feel like there's so much more unknown at the price tag of Victor Osimhen that I can see us not signing anyone of the top tier quality and looking for a more of a young like Hoyland like player.
Who would have thought you were saying that? Coming into that Hoyland
Well,
type player.
I think we'd go for that sort of
Demographic of
you know
player.
demographic of player, our sort of archetype of player. You know, young, bit of presence, like tall, and it's going to press right.
Yeah,
and
running,
it needs to fit this
runs.
criteria.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Victor Osimhen does, man. Like,
Who's the young bloke? Is it from Benfica? Is it Andre Silva?
No, what about the sporting striker, man? The sporting
the
striker.
Oh, he's got like that weird name. He's got like 30 odd goals.
Yeah,
or something.
he's going to go for a lot of money.
But I
he's
think
going for-
Chelsea. Are
I
fucking
think
bottom.
they've already.
Are you talking about bloody Ramos?
No.
No, Gonzalo Ramos said that.
It's
But
some
yeah.
random like
Nah, at Sporting. He's at
Yeah.
Sporting. He's
Sporting, yeah.
in Sporting
Must
top
have
of
been
the
wrong,
yeah.
Portuguese. Yeah, I
think so.
They're top of the moment. Now, he'll go for big money as well. He'll go for 60,
I think it starts with a
70.
G. I don't. It's like some random fucking name.
Another
So,
Ukrainian name,
yeah,
like
it's,
Dom Vic and all these guys. All right, I thought we'd have more time, but we've run out of time. We've gone 1.5 hours.
Oh,
Who
would've thought?
was the player that you were gonna?
I had 3 like wavelength players. The first one was more of like just take the piss. I had the correct player being Thierry Henry and the false player being Anthony Martial.
That would have been fucking good.
The next one I had
That would
was-
have been hard.
That would have been good though.
the
That would've been
final
funny.
one, like the second one I was going to do was Bernardo Silva and Julian Alvarez. A bit easier, but they're both City players, so it'll be interesting.
no, I
to
actually
get that.
think Martial Thierry would have been easy.
That would have been funny.
Easy.
That would have
Remember
been funny.
Martial would have said like Ballon d'Or clause,
Yeah, true.
or maybe they would have just said Ballon d'Or,
Ballon d'Or,
Yeah,
yeah.
see?
and then actually
Like fraud
Or
or,
like,
something. you know?
ice cold, and you'd
But
be
yeah,
like both of them
fraud,
ice cold.
someone says fraud.
It would have been hard because I reckon because wouldn't.
Thierry fraud.
If I said Ballon d'Or clause,
Hey,
you
never
might have
mind.
thought like many. You wouldn't
Nah,
have thought Thierry
Martial's
Henry.
the Ballon d'Or clause. Like, of course he.
Kate Abdul.
That'd be a good one. Look,
Abdul.
we might run it back over the summer when we've got nothing to talk about
Yeah.
before the Euro
It's not a
starts.
summer game.
It's summer jobby.
Oh, winter.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
messing
sorry.
with me,
Sorry.
you're
Sorry.
messing with
The
me.
Euro summer. Thanks, lads, coming on. 50th episode. Good to have everyone here. Bang, sports
Raising
back.
that.
Raise the bat.
We'll be back Thursday for our therapy session about Inter. Next week, Prem will be back properly, so we'll have a proper show. And we've now got a time, so we'll all be here next week. Flynn hasn't been sacked quite yet. There's rumours circulating that the contract got terminated.
He
but
got another 50 episode loan.
He signed the
so-
ting. He signed the ting, so it's all good.
Loan? What, a 4-year loan?
Well, it depends how much you show up, mate.
He showed enough for the boys to sign him back on. Thanks for joining in. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. 5 stars on Spotify. Follow on Apple Podcasts. And we'll see you in another 50 episodes time, hopefully. Until next time, guys. See you later.